Hey, that's a little bit better. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't have my power turned on to my headphones. Okay, just finishing up, making sure we have enough fuel. And we do. It's a stormy day. We're here in Bayport. We are going to attempt an IFR flight up to Lebanon and then hopefully into Burlington. We had such a good time last night with the Bayport fly-in, part of the virtual USA Flying Club event that I just wanted to keep it going one more night. And plus, it ties in nicely to what the other guys that do a good job with GA traffic, the Boston Virtual guys. I thought it'd be fun to just tie in, so it just worked out perfectly. So welcome to Bayport. We'll talk more about the event here as we go. But let's get this thing going. It's a two hopper here. It's going to be a little over 2 hours, so no sense messing around, especially seeing as the weather's not going to get any better. All right, auxiliary fuel pump. Oh, I forgot already a step. Let's get the fuel turned on here. All right. Auxiliary pump on, ignition on, starter to low. Happy Tuesday, everybody. You can see we're going to fight a little bit of precip today. All right, there's 14%. Introduce fuel condition lever to low idle. And we'll just wait for everything to stabilize. I am going a little earlier than I advertised. I was thinking maybe bottom of the hour, but things fell into place, and yeah, so here we are. All right, that can come off. That can come off. That can come off. Avionics bus can come on. Generator alternators can come on. And all right, we do have a little bit of entering because we are, like I say, we are going to be IFR today due to the conditions. And so let's see. All that looks good. Do have some New York and Boston centers, which is good. So let's go ahead and put that information in here right now. So New York Center is 2532. We'll call and get our clearance first, then we'll start plugging things in here. Then Boston Center is going to be 3470. And let's see here.
2044, do you send and maintain 4000?
470. All right, there's the hounds. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, turboprop. Love the Kodiak. I really do. It's fun. Don't get in it nearly enough, but you know, so many planes, so little time, right? Okay, so I have filed my flight plan. All right, I think we'll make the call here. We don't have any ATIS, but we do have the weather, and so I can report. This is what I see right now, just so you guys can see. Looks like 050 at 3. We do have some showers going on, and yeah, light rain. We're broken at 1,000, overcast 3,500. So it's definitely an IFR type of day, which is all right with us. Yep, it is an X-plane, synthetic vision. Yeah, it's amazing, dude. I'm telling you, it really is a fun plane. And I don't fly slant golf very often, but this is definitely a cool bird to break out and just stay kind of current, you know, with the glass and the G1000 and all that good stuff. But let's get checked in here and see if we can't get our clearance. And New York Center, Kodiak, November 11816.
November 11816, New York City. Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. We're on the ground, Bayport, 23 November, requesting IFR clearance to Lebanon, Lima X-ray Bravo. Echo,
November
echo.
11816, New York City, hello. Clearance is on request, standby, expect reroute.
Okay, we'll be ready for the reroute 11816. Yeah, I put a long one in there, guys. It's a true, like, it harkens back to my slant alpha roots, and it's like a VOR to VOR to VOR to, yeah, chicky, ziggy zaggy type of thing. And so he's probably gonna, I would imagine, give us a little bit cleaner route and keep us away from the New York airspace there. Hey, JPC flying vicariously through me. Okay, cool. Here comes trouble. Yep, Downwind Sim announcing himself to the world. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. A couple things we can do while we're waiting, I guess, for the clearance is we can enter 2988.
And
Kind of broken. Hope that wasn't for me. And we are looking to go.
November 101 Uniform Delta, my apologies, sir. Actually, East Hampton is uncontrolled, so you can return to Unicon, your release for departure, and advise airborne.
I did file 7,000 today. We're not going to try to do much more than that.
Delta 2044, descend and maintain 3,000. 3,000, Delta 2044. JetBlue 1416.
All right, nothing to do right now, but just kind of wait a little bit here, and
JetBlue 1418 will climb and take 170,000.
something else that's been kind of weird. I've lost my climate control thing over here, and I don't know what's going on. We are going to do, we're going to leave the cargo pod off, by the way, and
Yeah, JetBlue 1418 Zacrex.
Delta 2044.
take the window reflections off for now.
Lab, turn left heading
Ooh,
340.
I also want to do, I've got a custom livery here, 11816. I need to apply that.
Turn 340 down to 3,000 until established. Cleared ILS 31 right approach.
That adds a little something there. Yeah.
November 11816, my apologies, sir. Thought you were over at November 23. But you are cleared to the Lebanon airport via upon entry controlled airspace. Proceed direct to Calverton, Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Then as filed, maintain 2,000, expect 7,000 in 10 minutes. Departure with me, squawk 6614.
Okay, cleared to Lebanon upon entering controlled airspace direct Calverton. Then as filed, we'll maintain 2,000, expect 7,000. Departure with you, squawk 6614, November 11816.
November 816 feedback is correct. Your release for departure. Frequency is approved.
Over to Unicom, we'll call you airborne, 11816. All right, so let's see again. We need to make sure. Yeah, I don't know why, but I've lost my. So I do have anti-ice stuff on, and we're going to need it. Regular tires, no mud flaps, but yeah, for some reason I've lost. There's a little climate control deal over here. I don't know where it went. If anybody knows where it is, let me know. It's got to be one of these little deals here. But like I say, for the life of me, I have no idea where the heck it is and where it went. Okay, all right, let's put in our transponder code 6614. I'm a little bit jumpy here. That's weird. One other thing I like to have is the wind on here. Option 2 is what I like. And if the winds are 050, so we have kind of a crazy departure. You need to depart to the south until you get out over the shoreline. And so
Southwest 519 clear to the Orlando Airport village departure. Redirect is Woodstown and is filed. Maintain 5,000, squawk
put that in there.
6671.
All right, I think we're good there. And oh gosh, I do have to actually enter the flight plan. That's going to be important. 23 November, so this is Calverton.
Ready for taxi, Spectrum Line 9 left for departure.
Remove that. Okay, we need, I guess we just need to come down here and go Charlie, Charlie, Charlie.
Delta 2044, wind
Maybe.
070
There we go.
at 4 runway 31 right, clear land.
Clear land, 31 right, Delta 2044.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Okay, direct Calverton, and then it's filed, and I'm just going to spare you the details here, but we are Victor 16 after that. Do I have to, let's see what the, every one of these has a little different, okay, yeah, don't do that. All right. Menu here. There we go. We're going to enter Victor 16 airway, and we will exit at keyed. That's good. We'll load that up. I think it's just literally a one leg stop there, but we'll put that in anyway. Then we go to MAD, Mike Alpha Delta. Madison, and that is in the U.S. Northeast. Enter to accept that. Then we jump on the Victor 1. So go menu. Load the airway, Victor 1. And we hop off of Victor 1 at Hartford. Hotel Foxtrot Delta. That's going the wrong way, I bet. Yeah, I think we need to go the other way here. There it is. Okay, load that up. And then after Hartford, we are on the Victor 229er. And we exit the Victor 229 at Devaney. Well, we don't really exit it at Devaney. We go to Devaney, and then again we stay on the 229.
And 712 New York Center, good evening, sir.
Well, I'm going to miss my departure window here if I don't hustle up. We get off of there at Gardner. Golf Delta Mike. All right. Almost there, guys. Then we have Keene, Echo Echo November. This is kind of why I don't fly IFR a lot, or excuse me, G1000 a lot. It just takes time. It's all upfront time though, and so once you get going, you're good. But and then after Keene, Victor 151.
American 8527, the wind calm, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
All right, and then the last one we get off is at Lebanon. That's right next to the airport that we're going. Holy cow. All right, so and then I probably ought to just put in that KLEB is my arrival airport here, just so I can pick up any particular approach that I might need. All right, there we go. That should enter. There we go. Whew. All right, we are ready. We are ready. So once we're going to go direct Calverton once we get airborne. And so let's just, again, winds 050, so it's kind of a crosswind no matter what. It was only 3 knots. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just depart. It's a little bit downwind, but I'm going to depart to the south because that's where I have to go anyway. And we'll just, that'll save us a little bit of turning around and all that business. Okay. We'll talk route once we get going. Sorry guys if you're chatting up a storm. I'm just trying to get things going. I'll get caught up as we go here. So, all right, heading, we're going to fly just runway heading 180. Ooh, somebody flying slant whiskey. Nice. My kind of navigating right there. Way up high and old school. Right there, we're just south heading. CDI, yep, that's set to what we need right there. Okay.
Delta 2044.
Nav,
Roger that. Continue
taxi,
left on
strobe,
Alpha,
all come on.
Alpha to the right.
I am going to turn on the anti-ice stuff right now. I'm going to turn on the pitot heat. Windshield heat can come on. Turn pump 2. Actually, I don't know if that matters right now. Okay, engine inlet bypass. Yeah, we'll leave that at normal. And everything else, I think, is good. We do need to hop over to Unicom and make that call here quickly. I wonder, can I...
Center 125.32.
Alright, hold on here. Boom. 2280. Let's make that the active. What do we got here? What do we got? Alright, that's COM 2. Are we doing COM 2 right now? I don't think we are, actually. I think that's set. Nope, it's not. 2280. I can't remember how to make COM 2 active in this plane, so we'll punch it in here
New York Center, this is Delta 1540.
and make the call. All right. Thanks for your patience, everybody. You're ready to go fly? Let me get going here. Holy cow, we got all kinds of guys checking in there. Welcome, Kenny, and all kinds of chat going on. Awesome. Let's see here. Channel's gonna be way more riveting dialogue tonight. That's right. If you vote for Kenny Monster, he promises to get you free back surgery. Yeah, someone needs to, by the way, upset Bill the Drug Dealer 1 and get that spot in the coveted landing rate prediction championship spot here. All right. At Bayport traffic, Kodiak 11816. We'll be back taxiing runway 18 for departure, Bayport. All right. It is a little bit mucky here, so might take a little bit of horsepower to get started, but I am kind of famous for leaving like the chocks and stuff on. I did get those taken off. So this side area here it's pretty mushy right now. It's been raining all day, and yeah. We're going to get going out here. So this is custom scenery by Downwind Sim Designs. It was made special for the Virtual USA Flying Club event that we had last night, which was super well attended. A lot of fun. 27 people, I think, flew from Nantucket to Bayport. So really fun. I think at one point in time we actually had something like 5% of the total traffic for the night on VATSIM. The line stretched essentially all the way from Nantucket to Bayport, and it was pretty dang cool. By the way, a little lump there I discovered the other night getting up onto the runway. I don't know what happened, if that's just something on my end or what, but kind of interesting. But anyway, so if you most everybody that's here understands the Virtual USA Flying Club and is familiar with that, but if you watch this later on and you don't know about this club, it's a GA centered organization, and you'll see the founding member down there, Jet Pilot Cinnamon, will, I'm sure, post a link and get you started. You do need to be a VATSIM member, and there's a little bit of a setup, but it's a lot of fun. It's well worth the extra couple of steps that you have to take to join. And Titanium Druid checking in. Hey TD, how are you doing, man? Okay, so here we go. We're climbing again. We need to stay below 700 feet on the initial climb out. We're just going to essentially head straight south. There's a little bit of a jog that we need to take, but we're gonna aim ourselves out to the sort of the outer shoreline here, and then we'll turn. As soon as we get airborne, we'll We honestly, we're cleared to go direct Calverton, but I think we'll fly out just a ways just to get clear of everything, and then we'll turn and go direct Calverton. That's going to be a left-hand turn, so I'm going to make that call, and then we'll get ready to go. Sparker and BR, hello, welcome. Bayport traffic, Kodiak 11816. We're taking runway 18, departing IFR to the south, Bayport. Okay, let me just double check everything is ready to go here. I've set flaps. I need to make sure that my landing lights are on. I can turn my taxi lights off. The trim is a mystery. I have no idea where it's at. It centers up whenever I load, but if somebody knew where the mark was that told me where it was at, I've looked high and low. I have no idea where the mark is, so I just kind of roll with it, and we just feel it out as we head down the runway. Strobe is, oops, it's on already. Shouldn't have been on, but all right. We're looking for a rotation speed of 65 knots, and max power again is 1790 for the torque. So that's right up here in the top corner, and it will give me a little bit of an error if I over torque it, and it'll fill the cabin with smoke, which is not good. So here we go. Bit of a downwind departure, but it's nothing for this. It's very much STOL rated aircraft. Here's a little bump that we found. That's okay. And getting there. There's our rotation speed. Up we go. Drifted a little to the right there, but not a big deal. And you're going to see I'm jumping into to IMC conditions pretty much right away. All right, flaps will come up. Let's get it stabilized. And again, we're going to stay below 700. So I'm going to arm the autopilot. I'm going to put us in heading mode. I'm going to arm the altitude right now. So we stop at, oh gosh, I was actually cleared. But I'm going to do this. I don't want to go. I want to try to fly this departure like I'm supposed to. There's a little notch cut out that you are allowed to fly to get into and out of, and there's the marina. So we're getting out here on the towards the shoreline, and then we are cleared again direct to Calverton, and we're able to go. Now that we're out here, we can continue to climb if we want. But let's do this. Let's make this our active leg. Go back, and let's go direct Calverton. Enter. Let's engage the nav mode. Let's do our vertical speed, and let's go ahead and we'll start climbing here at about 500 feet a minute. We can go. Did I mess with my altitude? Yes, indeed. We were cleared to 2,000, so let's put that in. And I somehow have, there we go. And then back over to New York Center, 2532. At New York Center, Kodiak 11816, we're climbing through 750 direct Calverton. Not exactly how we did it last night, but
816, Squawk Charlie, please.
Oh man, and Squawk and Charlie. Sorry about that. 816. Yep, we're on standby still. So this does it automatically for us, but I still have to do mode Charlie on X pilot. All right, so there we go.
Kodiak 816, ready to contact to southeast of Bayport, maintain 7,000.
Maintain 7,000, Kodiak 816. All right, let's zoom in here a little bit. There we go. We're heading where we should be heading, and cleared up to 7,000. So let's get rid of this. Let's spin this up. 7,000, and we don't again have to be in a huge hurry here. I'm not sure where the tops of this is, but I'm kind of thinking for a little while we're going to be in the middle of it no matter what we do. Let me look and see what it says here. We are in an icing area here, and yeah, here's kind of what we're looking at, guys. So we've got we'll be dodging storms or going through storms all the way up till we're just south of Lebanon, but it looks like it's going to clear, which will be kind of cool because the Lebanon area is really a beautiful area. Ooh, maybe we are breaking through just a little bit here. All right, so let's do this. Let's nose up. Let's go 1,000 feet per minute. We're making plenty of power, and we're out of the muckety muck. There we go. Into more muckety muck. Ooh, is that lightning? I don't know about that, guys. Or I don't know if that's just flickering, but yeah, a little bit ominous, I would say. More than a little ominous. All right. Well, onward and upward. Here we go. Here we go. So, all right, JPC shared the link. So, again, if you're watching this later on, or you join us, or you just lurking, click on that link, get yourself started. I can help you out with that. JPC can help you out with that. There's a lot of guys happy to help you. It's a super fast growing GA club, and if you like that kind of stuff, you like this kind of stuff, what you're seeing here, there's a great bunch of guys to get connected with. Air is the Hound, been over the road so much lately, hard to get home. Yeah, I use the sim. It's too much work, man. I've got friends that are like that. It's hard. Sometimes you go through those seasons, right, where you're just working your tail off, and there'll be other times, man, and we'll be here to fly when you're ready to fly. So yeah, smoking or channel beyond recognition. Yeah, it fills up. If you over torque it, really fills it up in a hurry, and I've learned that the hard way more than a couple times. Okay, so my climb speed should be about 95, so I'm way over my climb speed right now. I did put the flaps up, thankfully, so I'm not damaging those things. But let's see what my torque and my RPMs. So my RPMs are a little bit high. Torque needs to be about 1670. That looks pretty good, but my RPMs are a little high, so I'm going to bring those guys down here. It's kind of a balancing act here. You bring the prop lever back and kind of tweak the power lever as well. So that's pretty darn close right there. I don't know how much better I'm going to be able to do than just right there. So we'll go ahead and leave that in as our climb power. And doesn't actually look like we are going to break out. I thought it looked like maybe it was lightening up just a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be a little soupy for a little while. Do have ground contact though, which is good. And yeah, it'll just be that way. But we were kind of expecting it. We're on course here. I think there's Calverton coming up, and then we hit Keed, and we head onward and upward, and that's all still in there. So we're in good shape as that goes. And all right, I'll fly. You keep working on scenery. So downwind is working on, I know, some scenery for another event that we're a part of. It's the Bush League Backcountry Fly-In, and that's on the first Monday of every month. And we've got a really cool one set up for you for the March fly-in, which I know is a little ways off yet, but really not too far. I think 2 Mondays is all. And so we'll be out in the mountains of Virginia, and we'll be flying with again another good group. A lot of the same guys that are in the Virtual USA Flying Club, actually, but flying into some really neat, unique areas and those smaller airports. And again, it's just a promotion of GA flying. It's a promotion of propeller-driven stuff, and it's as often as we possibly can make it. It's about the turf or gravel runways. It's the backcountry experience that we like.
Southwest
So
19
many
Americans
times
to the south, Washington offline, main service
the
terminated, frequency
Bush
changes approved. Yes,
League
sir.
is more about the mountains and things like that, but whereas the Virtual USA Flying Club events are a little bit more, I guess, there's a little more variety, and
Frontier
so.
Flight 2383,
But they're
a little
all
closer,
just designed to kind of
yeah,
go to
Kilo
those
3,
little
Kilo 6, you're 7
hidden
when you
places, those $100 hamburger places, and just again just
No
give some air spaces, you know, a little bit of traffic that they may not normally have, and then it helps us too because it helps our radio calls. It helps us learn like unique procedures into Bayport. That's one of the most unique procedures that we had, and it was fun to learn it. It was really interesting, and I think for the most part, you know, downwind sim, you flew it, and JPC, of course, you were there. I mean, I think for the most part, essentially every single one of us was kind of a rookie going into Bayport, let alone going into Bayport with a bunch of traffic. But I think everybody did a pretty darn good job. There was only one idiot that tried to do an inverted low pass and he crashed, but everybody else was pretty professional about it and did a really, really good job. Cheers to you guys. Some high quality H2O.
New York Center, good evening. Cleared to the Atlanta airport via the Farmingdale, or excuse me, the Republic 3 departure.
I love this synthetic vision. This was something that really my old machine had trouble with, as you might have guessed. But it's so super smooth now. It's awesome. 7,000 is just about getting us there, guys. Man, I should maybe. I wonder if they'd clear us up to 9,000 just to get out of the junk. And New York Center, November 11816. Can we climb to 9,000 and maybe get out of this weather a little bit?
November 816, sure. Climb maintain 7,000. Or correction, climb maintain 9,000.
9,000, 11816. Yeah, I think that's going to get us there. That's
Delta 3366 on
a couple
departure
thousand more will do the
0,
trick.
Wind is calm, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Alright. 89, vertical speed. Nose up.
Spirit wings 1095, turn right, direct woods down.
Go 1,000 feet per minute. Alt S is altitude is armed, and that'll be pretty good. We need to grab a little altitude anyway, just because Lebanon is up there a little ways. What is Lebanon Municipal? Oh, it's only 603. Maybe it's Burlington that's the higher one.
Delta 1540, can you repeat, please?
Both of these are, of course,
Delta 1540 cross the Trish intersection, down to maintain 12,000.
known for their skiing and their ski resorts, so that's, hence the name of the event that the Boston guys are doing, which is the BVA RTC ski trip. All right, they're returning on Keed, heading to Madison, climbing to 9,000 to hopefully get above everything. Can't really go too much higher. This thing actually is not pressurized, and so you will black out if you go too high. Another thing that I learned the hard way, but kind of interesting as well. All right, let's update the heading bug.
Heading 095, wind 090 at 5, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
So this first leg I'm anticipating is going to take us about an hour and 12 minutes. The second leg is not very long. It's only 60-some miles. But we'll stop at Lebanon. We'll take a minute or two and plan our second leg. So it'll take, it's going to be a 15-20 minute turnaround, probably at minimum. And with any luck, there'll be a bunch of traffic in there supporting the BVA RTC guys. Yep, so here we are. We're a ways to go yet. And again, here's the weather that we're going to be fighting until about a little past halfway. Lebanon, let's see, what do we got? 12 arrivals coming in, 3 departures, that's good. And Burlington, 6 departures, 9 arrivals. All right, here's the rest of the look at the VAT Sim Skies, courtesy of VAT-tastic. And it looks like, you know, obviously New York,
34.7, chirps 37.
New York, Boston are rocking and rolling. Toronto Center, online, Indy, Atlanta, Memphis, Fort Worth, Albuquerque, down this, yeah, this southern part of the United States, LA, Oakland Center. And then how about that? Look at Canada. They have something going on now. What is it? Is it every Thursday evening there's Edmonton Northern Lights. So they're trying to plan a few more like Canadian specific events. And it's kind of cool because it's like midweek stuff like this where you just are looking for places to fly, and there's some awesome spots. So you can see up here Thursday there's all these airfields with the little flags are going to be featured for that Edmonton event. Oh, even coming over here, what is this? Whitehorse. Nice. So yeah, get up there, fly Canada a little bit if you need something. Black Fox checking in. Hey. Hey.
Lufthansa 322, fly heading a 010.
Black Fox talking about did a flight
006, gust of 16,
in the
runway
snow
31
and the clouds the entire way. Yeah. We're kind of there. I thought if I climbed I'd be okay, but I did not get out of anything, and all I did is lose ground contact, so it kind of defeated the purpose here. Yeah,
Delta 2233.
I can't see anything now.
Wind 09025, runway 90 left, clear for takeoff.
And I hope he didn't hand me off and I was not paying attention.
Frontier flight 2383, ready contact, turn left, direct stow and maintain 10,000.
Alright, Black Fox going to grab something to drink.
Frontier flight 2383, 10.
And he's ready for a story. I can tell you a couple stories.
Delta 3366, climb and maintain 10,000. Climb maintain 10,000, Delta 3366.
I'll wait till he's back.
American 85.
And Kitty Monster, if I didn't say hello to you, sir. Hello, sir. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, American
Appreciate you popping in, hanging out with us on a Tuesday evening. Okay, temps and pressures. Let's take a look here. So I've lost a little bit of torque. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to nudge this up again. I want that about 1670. There we go. RPMs again about 2,000. So that's going to work. That gives us a little bit more speed there. 154, now 155.
Contact, maintain 10,000. Excuse me, Lufthansa 322, rate of contact, maintain 10,000.
All right. We're doing all right here, guys. Let's, as long as we're talking events, let me talk to you about what's coming up. Oh, I'm going to have to start my Discord here. Apologize. You're going to see a little Discord guy fire up here for just a second. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Sorry. So looking ahead here, we talked about the upcoming Bush League event on the first Monday of the month. We talked about the Bayport, the ice slip into, I think it was ice slip into ice slip or something like that we did just last night with the Virtual USA Flying Club. And but here's some other events coming up on that Virtual USA Flying Club, because they've got a lot of them here set up already for the month of March. I think the next one, if I'm not mistaken, Mike, is the Washington State. I better pay attention to the handoff here.
Contact bot 1347, connect.
Or check in. New York Center, Kodiak 11816. I apologize if I missed a handoff there. Am I over to Boston Center?
Kodiak 816, negative. You're with me for a little bit longer.
All right. But anyway, I think the Washington State group flight is the next thing coming up. It's actually coming up on Friday the 6th. It's an FNO up there in the Seattle area, but the USA Virtual Flying Club is going to be doing some GA stuff in the neighborhood, kind of flying around, and so there'll be a lot of good ATC, and there'll be tons of traffic. It'll be very fun, very realistic there. And so yeah, anyway, there's information again on the events channel on the Virtual USA Flying Club. And then also the one after that on the 19th, I'm actually going to host. It's a Destination Denali, and we're going to do a float plane adventure. And it'll be a lot of fun there, kind of up in the Denali National Park area. We're going to be...
Contact Boston Center 134.7. You have a good night.
Over to Boston, Kodiak 816. We'll see you. We'll be dropping in there at Talkeetna, actually departing Talkeetna, and then from Talkeetna we'll be flying to various lakes in the area and trying to find, it's like a little scavenger hunt to find some cabins that are up in those areas, but should be a lot of fun. So Boston Center 3470, I think is what he told us. And we'll get that tuned in. We'll get checked in. Just have a little bit of a weather update. And I do also see that we have Lebanon Tower coming up next. So I'll go 2595. Let's get that set.
56 heavy winds 0907 194 right clear to land. 4 right clear to land, John 1456 heavy.
2595. Okay, that's Lebanon Tower. Boston Center, good evening, Kodiak, November 11816 at 9,000.
Breaker 6299, radar contact, say altitude.
6299, leaving 4,000.
Breaker 6299, thanks, climb and maintain 14,000.
14,000, 6299.
Who else checked in?
Kodiak, November 11816.
Kodiak 11816, Boston Center, good evening, Bradley, altimeter 29er, 89er.
89er. All right, 89er. A little bit of an adjustment here, not bad.
Back in 2059,
All right,
9er,
and let's update the
Echo Mike,
heading bug.
cross 4 left, American 27.
So there you go. Anyway, like I said, in the month of March, 3 and maybe counting 3 GA events, one with the Bush League Backcountry guys and 2 with the Virtual USA Flying Club. So plenty of reasons, plenty of excuses to break out that GA aircraft.
Who called?
Again, the Boston guys have 1 or 2 a month as well. This is, I'm sure, the last one that they'll have in February, but I think I've already seen a few that they've talked about coming up in March. In fact, I'll pull that up here. If you don't know, VATUSA.net is probably the best in terms of VAT sim, figuring out who's doing what, when, and where. So here we are, the BVA ski trip. If you pop over to March, it's starting to fill up. There's a Train It Up Tuesday. That's in the Denver area. That accommodates. It's not really specifically a GA event, but you can definitely fly in there with your GA. Here's the 12th regional circuit, Nantucket to Boston, and that's again one of those that you can do some GA work in. And then here we go, Pack the Pattern, Portsmouth International. So already a few of these events filling in that accommodate GA traffic if they're not necessarily specific for GA traffic. All right.
Okay, who's ready to taxi?
Tower 22 heavy.
Car 22 heavy, runway
Let's
9,
see.
taxi via Zulu, Bravo, Kilo.
Does look like it's breaking up just a little bit here, guys. Hi, Mrs. Thranda.
Runway 9 cross, or runway 9 taxi via Zulu, Bravo, Kilo, Mike, cross 4 left.
And I'm hoping I have ortho for all this. I think I do, but I'm never 100% sure until I fly it, because I cooked a lot of tiles and honestly did not have a chance to get in here and check it out. So hopefully there won't be anything weird happening. I guess we'll find out together.
Challenger 1 uniform Delta, contact Burlington approach 121.1. Have a good night.
121.1, 1A from Delta.
Good evening, November 224, Tango Alpha Cessna 172 on the west ramp at Hanscom looking for taxi VFR.
American 49, contact Burlington approach 121.1. Have a good
Definitely
night.
looks different without the cargo pod on it.
Who else is ready to push now?
JetBlue 1028 at Charlie 25.
Double 1028 Boston Center, push back approved, advisory taxi.
Car back taxi.
Who is ready to taxi at Boston?
American 132.
American 132, runway 9er, taxi via Echo, hold short of Alpha.
Echo and we'll hold short.
Really
Alpha,
nice.
American 132.
Really nice.
American 2059, wind 0907, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er, clear for
All right, how are we doing here? We are progressing. Hartford is next. We'll make a turn to Devaney, and Devaney, I believe, is the beginning of the worst of the weather that we have left here. Yep. Here's Devaney. With any luck, we'll be up over most of it, but that's the biggest stretch of, it looks like, precipitation. And so hopefully we get up here to Gardner, we'll start to hit the end of it. We'll make this little turn to Keene, and then we'll be in the clear. We shall see. Black Fox 403. Aries is wanting to know if you're also a truck driver. I think I've seen you doing truck sim, if I'm not mistaken.
Delta 3366, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right.
I watched a guy,
Roger, descend the Roebuck
if I
3
can
arrival,
remember who it
4
was.
Right, 2994, Delta 3366. Sierra 13, go off, are you on?
He was doing a tank sim, and it was really interesting because it wasn't like he was, it wasn't like he was fighting a battle or anything, but he had the tank in the, like in the shop, and he was repairing the engine and stuff. It was really interesting. He's like the vulgar Viking or something like that. So I think it might be the first non flight sim channel on Twitch that I've subscribed to.
224 Tango Alpha.
It's pretty cool.
Looks like, nope, you're so good. Let's see, number 224 Tango Alpha, runway 5, taxi via Mike.
5 via Mike, number 224 Tango Alpha.
American 132, continue on Echo, cross runway 4 left, and then right on Mike.
Alright, continue on Echo, cross 4 left, right on Mike, American 132.
All right. Have we begin? I think we have. Nope, 12 miles until the worst of the weather. It looks like we're going to be right on the upper edge of it, so like I say, with any luck, we'll be in good shape. You guys don't have an answer for me, by the way. This should be my climate control, and it's not. All right, let's just go through it here. Electric tug, window reflections, panel, nope. Startup, GPU, no. Cargo pods off, fairing, chocks, brakes, none of those matter. Exterior lights are good, doors, tie downs covered, none of that matters. Livery doesn't matter, obviously. You can design your own livery, by the way. That's really cool, I think. Weight and balance doesn't matter. That's all that fuel and payload and cameras. Just kind of lets you preset your camera angles. Audio and slew. Yeah. It has to be, if it's anywhere under miscellaneous, but anti-ice, that's this. Synthetic vision is on. Autopilot is the G1000. That's all this good stuff here. This is the interior options, and then you can do skis or not. Yeah, so I don't see it in my main menu, but for the life of me, I have no idea why that is not there. And I hope Mrs. Thranda is not getting cold. Hot mic. Stuck mic.
Response, Comanche 330 Sierra Alpha, Boston Center, roger. Lebanon altimeter 29993.
29993 Sierra Alpha.
May 62 Boston Center, welcome back.
Will I have? I do have Lebanon ATIS. Awesome. Information Papa. Let's get this typed in here.
And we're number 2, and we like to make this
Information Papa.
Full missed approach procedure.
We have, looks like 010 at 4, 10 statute miles of visibility. It's overcast 6,500. 29993. Okay, so
Left kilo, and we'll go ahead and cross
010 kind of comes from the northeast here. What's that mean for us as far as
32 wind 005, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
010? So
American 2059, climb and maintain flow 380.
runway 36 probably is the choice.
American 2059, climb and maintain flow 380.
Will we need any ILS?
Flight level 380.
We do have an RNAV 36, and we can shoot an RNAV in this plane, so that works.
JetBlue 1028, runway 9er, taxi Alpha.
The ILS is actually the other direction.
Alpha Kilo Mike, cross 4 left, runway 9er, JetBlue 1028.
What's the RNAV 36 look like? Do we go through that?
14,000, power 1.
013 Golf Radar contact 15 miles southwest of 8.
Problem might be that we're coming in.
Runway 4 right, Boston altimeter 29994.
Not really intercepting any of these points here. Jamma? No?
Number 224 Tango Alpha, hold short runway 5 for touch goes.
May 62 to right heading 090.
Well, we can do the RNAV, but we're going to need some vectoring help if we're going to do that. We'll need a little help from the ATC guys, so with any luck, we'll be able to descend down and through and just land visually. All right, there's Devaney. Here we go. Weather for about the next, what are we looking at here? 40 miles? 60 miles. All right. Yep, Gardner should be next. Oh, we got some waypoints in between. That's right, because we're on the Victor 229er.
Sierra Pacific 712 cross Lebanon at or above 5,400.
Let's look at this.
Runway 25 approach.
Lebanon at about 5,400. This would be our runway 25 approach. Sierra 712.
May 62, where do you want to start the approach, at El Hoy or Ulaki? We can start it at El Hoy, May 62. May 62, roger, turn left heading
spin down?
60.
Cannot.
60 on heading May 62. Number 330,
That's no.
number 3 for the airport. It's only one IFR operation at a time. Reduce your slowest practical airspeed.
Ooh, okay, so, So I think that's into Lebanon that they were just talking about, one IFR approach at a time. And there's 13 guys trying to get in there, so most of the traffic is, I think, in between Lebanon and Burlington. So we may end up having to slow down or maybe even be vectored ourselves. We're still quite a ways out, though. We've got good.
It's 14000.
14000 American 132.
Power 1, climb and maintain flow 260.
260, power 1.
Lufthansa 322.
Let's see. Gardner's still 16 miles away. And then after that, Keene is 18. So,
Lufthansa 322 descend and maintain flow 230.
what are we, Lebanon?
So 230, 322.
Lufthansa 322, number 4 for the airport reducer.
We're still
The slowest practical
overall 60 plus miles away. So we've got a ways yet. Hopefully they'll get it sorted out as we
Power 22 heavy wind 085.
get closer. Okay, the synthetic vision is picking up the ground. We're definitely not seeing it, so that's pretty helpful. And yeah, we're kind of right in the midst of it right now. Icing conditions, as well as a little bit of wind here, but it's been pretty stable, honestly, with the wind and the turbulence. I haven't felt like I've been bounced around a whole heck of a lot.
224 Tango off left base, right base runway 5.
I hope left base correct.
Say that again?
You're turning left. Okay, number 224 Tango off runway 5, clear for the option.
That sounds like something I would do.
Alright, clear for the option.
14
make the wrong base call. So just to give you an idea, speaking of base calls, last night heading into Bayport, part of the procedure, I guess, is you kind of hold out over the bay, and you come in one at a time, and you don't start to come in. You don't cross the marina until you hear the aircraft ahead of you on the downwind leg. So it was pretty cool there for a while as we were getting all 20 plus aircraft in. It kind of got pretty rapid fire, but like I say, everybody did a really good job of talking to each other, and it's actually a little bit of a challenging approach because you have to stay super tight on your base to final, and you know, put her down. You got some trees on approach, and so you're kind of coming in a little bit, you know, steep. And anyway, I was just impressed overall with everybody that flew in there, and it was a lot of fun. I know we had some newbies that were in there as well, and you know, they did a good job. We had a couple of go arounds, and that happened. I was one of them. I came in, and I actually came in a little bit before I was supposed to, and had a plane that was I just didn't have enough space in between, so I just turned and went around and went back out over the bay. So I mean, it happens, and we don't expect perfection, but that was even fun to do, you know. So if you go watch, I think Slant Alpha Adventures was the guy that streamed the whole thing start to finish. I know Downwind Sim also streamed, so go take a look at their channels, and you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, it is. Dakota, hey, how are you doing, man? Snuck in on me there. It is a little bit soupy out there. We're right in the midst, though, of the worst of the weather, Dakota. Here's kind of where we are, and yeah, we're just trying to get through this storm right now. And I think we're gonna make it. TD, yeah, you know, you never know until you do it, man. But yeah, everybody's kind of has their personal minimums and limits, and so it's, you know, there'll be, like I say, there's going to be lots of other events coming up. So it is Dakota. It is a. I thought he was calling me. That might have been for me. Anyway, yeah, it's icing right now, but so far I haven't felt any decrease in performance. Of course, this you don't see visually the ice, although Downwind Sim and I are kind of working on. I say I'm not really. Downwind Sim is kind of working on a way to perhaps you know, get a little bit of a mod, a little bit of an add-on that would actually give you some visual if you started to ice. There is a mod that does tell you how much ice you're getting, but down here we've had our anti-ice on since the beginning, so we've been pretty fortunate to not have any problems so far. But Air is the Hound. You guys ever exercise things like an overhead brake for landings? I apologize. I guess I don't know what that is, Aries. I'm not a real pilot, so I don't know. Yeah, you'll have to tell me what that is.
Airspeed, not Mach number.
Circling approach.
We're doing 315 now.
I don't.
No, I wish 315.
Last night, I know we just kind of all entered a left-hand hold out over the bay, and then just kind of went in one at a time. Although the spacing wasn't terrible, honestly. I mean, with 27 GA planes, and it was everything from Baron 58s to Moonies, you know, some pretty fast-moving planes, down to, you know, there's a Husky that was in there. There was plenty of Skyhawks. I was flying a Zlin 142, which is pretty slow. So to have all those planes with, you know, so many varied speeds, it didn't really bunch up, and it really didn't take very long. Like I did basically one loop around as in a hold, and I was able to go in. And so, you know, it was kind of fun.
Kentucky.
Oh, used by, oh, so it's a type of approach Dakota pilots talking about, used by carrier pilots in the military, like the DC-3. We did have a DC-3 also come in, and so that was pretty cool to also watch. Hey, P-Tech Honey, welcome.
American 132, do you know
Welcome
where
to
your
Prop
speed is gonna
Culture.
be
Welcome
for
to the
Philly?
stream. Good to have you.
Stand by, American 132.
JetBlue 1028, wind 0604, runway 9.
Did I turn off the ice switches? No, they're on.
Pick up JetBlue 1020.
Everything's on. Everything I can turn on is on. Pitot heat, engine bypass, surface prop is on normal. Windshield heat is on. This is everything I know how to do to anti-ice the Kodiak.
American 258, climb and maintain level 300.
It is.
300, American 258.
So,
American 832, welcome to Boston, turn left onto runway 33 right, hold short of runway 4 left.
well,
Right, hold short 4 left, American 832.
guess I'm not seeing any, so that's good, right?
Boston Center, be advised, American 132, our cruising airspeed will be 350 today.
Yeah,
American 132, roger for space.
yeah, on the wing. I don't see anything on the wings.
Alright,
We'll take a peek. So, all right, on the approach.
American 2059 for traffic, expedite your climb through 270.
Sure doesn't look like there's anything building up right now.
Delta 3366, join the localizer, descend and maintain 4,000.
We're in the localizer, descend and maintain 4,000, Delta 3366.
Well, yeah, we'll find out. What I have found in my limited experience, I don't only have 20 some hours in this plane, is that once you turn on the anti-ice, it
14,000, JetBlue 1020.
yeah, I am. I've been flying. I'm hearing the rain and stuff pitter patter off me, man. But all right, you guys. Anyway, like I said, I've noticed that the anti-ice does a pretty good job all the way around. Yeah, I'm not seeing really anything yet. Now I'm not in the clouds, so you're right. But I'm hearing, no, not right. Like right now, I'm hearing the rain. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm getting hit by rain
Roger, clear for
or snow, whatever it happens to be up here. So let's see, my where's my temperatures? Seems like there's a temperature gauge here somewhere.
Lufthansa 322, flighting 090, vectors for sequence.
All right, outside air temp. Yeah, we're 9 below. We're definitely in icing conditions. So,
Lufthansa 322, heading 090.
all right, 9.7 miles to Gardner, and that's kind of when we start to get to the edge of it. So, anyway, but we haven't had anything happen yet. And then, like I say, we are pretty well out of all the moisture once we get north of Gardner.
Right across 15 right, November, Alpha to the gate. Have a good one, sir. American 832.
Boston Center, good evening. Presidential 23 is with you. Checked in, flight level 390.
Presidential 23, Boston Center, good evening. Descend and maintain flight level 370.
Alright, down to flight level 370 for Presidential 23.
Care 482, Boston.
There's Care 42. I think he's trying to come the same place we are. He's in a Cessna 402.
And Golf V Mike 0 for
I think he's probably a little faster than we are.
And you Mike 0 for radio check.
But, so there's there's the Care 42, there's us. I don't know, we're going to kind of be diverging, converging.
125.95, talk to you soon. 11 and tower 125.95, May 62, we'll talk to you in a bit.
So we do have Lebanon ground as well, 2160. And we're just going to be planning, so I'm confused. If it's an ILS, are they turning us around and landing us all to the south? Because that's all I saw as far as ILS approaches. It's really hard to see based on the Batastic map.
Flight level 300.
They're kind of coming at it a couple different ways, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon enough, though, won't we?
Brickyard 6299 Boston Center.
Oh, watch your ears. That was a close one. So information from Quebec is now current. What's changed? Wind still 010 at 4. Overcast now a little bit. No, 6,500. I think that was the same as what we had last time. So they're expecting an RNAV runway 25. So we should go ahead. We can enter that in. We're 6 miles from Garden. We should start getting out of that. So let's select an approach. And RNAV 25.
Power 22 spacing to Philly. Maintain 300 knots, and then when you transition,
And oh boy. I think initially we're just going to go vectors because, like I said before, we're coming in from a weird angle. Keene and then Unker and then McAdam, and none of these really, yeah. So we're just going to select vectors right now. Minimums, by the way. I'm going to look at this off camera here.
78, JetBlue 1028.
Oh goodness, what have I done? Get off of there. Minimums into Lebanon. RNAV 25 is 1680.
Direct 180 and direct El Hoy, 220 Alpha.
Turn that on. And so 1680 is that's a full 1,000 feet above elevation. So if I'm on Barrow,
11816, expect the RNAV runway 25 approach starting at Ulaki. Information Quebec's current.
RNAV 25 starting at Ulaki, and we have Quebec, November 11816. All right, so let's quit farting around with that. Let's select the approach. Oh, do I have to back up? Okay, RNAV 25, enter at Ulaki, enter. I'm not going to worry about the minimums here. All right, we'll put it at, it's not 200, we're just going to put it in there just because I don't feel like spinning it all the way up here. So let's load that, let's see what it looks like here, and then we'll proceed. So what does that look like? Where is Ulaki? As I look at this, it looks like maybe we're not going to be too far because we're kind of approaching from the south here. So we may be coming more like, where the heck is it? We're kind of here. So we need to, so we're going to have to kind of take ourselves out here to Ulaki. Ulaki is, here's the runway. Ulaki is clear out here to the east. We're coming up almost directly south. You can see our approach course here. This is Keene that we're coming up on. So we'll start heading up on toward Keene, and then my guess is at some point in kind of around in here, we'll be shot out here to Ulaki, which is not on this. It's not on this one. Might be on this one. Anyway, we'll be up here. We'll be taken out on Ulaki, which is basically entering a left-hand traffic pattern, then over and down to the RNAV 25. Okay. We won't go ahead and activate that just yet. We'll stay on course. We were cleared as filed after Calverton, so we don't none of that's changed. So we'll just kind of stay with it, stay patient, and see what happens here. All right, back to the chats. Back to the chat. Oh, nothing yet? Okay, sounds good. We are, again, kind of starting to break through just a little bit. Break on through to the other side.
3300 Sierra Alpha, cleared RNAV runway 25 approach.
All right.
Clear RNAV runway 25 approach, 30 Sierra Alpha.
Tower 3300 Sierra Alpha, keep the speed up as long as
Coming
you
up
can.
to
I've got
Keene.
3
Yep,
more
6
aircraft
miles to
behind you.
Keene.
We
Then
can only
we
do one
then we
approach
start
at a time.
our
Radar service terminated. Contact
start our northerly heading leg of this.
Speed or speed up.
Just go as fast as practical for as long as you can.
Nice. Don't hear that very often.
Contact Burlington, Lebanon Tower, 12595.
How are we doing? Speaking of temps and pressures, that got a little bit high, so let's pull that back. 1670 is what we want. Yeah, that's pretty close. That's staying about 2,000. That's cool. Oil pressure and temperatures are good. Making good amps. Whoa.
And Center May 62.
That's a
we're
problem.
on the published miss direct to
Do I not have something turned on correctly here? I only have 1 or 2. Looks like maybe 1 or 2 generators working fully. Fuel quantity looks good. Elevators, there we go. Oh.
Center maintain 3000, 1 Golf Super.
Did turn the generator on here.
258, altitude of
Do I need the auxiliary bus to be on for that other one? Pull that up here.
260, thank you very much.
If I turn the auxiliary bus, what happens? Looking for this bottom one to go. It didn't do anything. That's interesting. I think this amp should be the same as this one. This actually looks like it's over compensating. It's in the red. That could be a problem there, boys and girls. I wonder if it's working extra hard because I have all of my anti-ice on as well. What do you think, chat? Help me troubleshoot here.
Alright, 300 knots, American 258.
Power 1, descend and maintain flight level 20.
Okay, here we go. Heading north.
Power 1, just like the roll, thank you.
Just about on our last few miles here. It does look like they're getting things straightened out a little bit, so I shouldn't have delay. Downwind sim showing tremendous faith. He trained us for you, Downwind sim.
Center, Skywest 5120 is with you, level 10,000.
Protect the pie. He's eating as quickly as he can. Well, so we're definitely through the bulk of the storm, but the cloud layer here is still a bit of an issue. And like the ADA said, we're going to expect that down to about looks like 6,500. So yeah, we'll have 3,000 foot or so to climb to get underneath it.
Route 75, let's go back.
Route 75, thank you. May 62, climb and maintain 6,000.
6,000, May 62.
Downwind Sim is also using his new font, Sarcasm.
Wilco, May 62.
It's another Downwind Sim production. Almost the same font, it just looks a little different. Virtual GA.
Step away for about 3 minutes.
Raiding with the party too. Thanks, man. Happy Thursday, buddy. No, happy Tuesday. 2 days later. What day is it? Who am I? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you, sir. Whoever you brought with you, welcome. We're just south of Lebanon. We're flying into the Lebanon kind of ski area here as part of the Boston Virtual Ski Trip event tonight.
1816, you're number 3 for the airport right now. Reduce to your slowest practical speed.
We're number 3. We'll slow 11816. Slow down, did he say? We can do that.
Over 75 Alpha 3 at Boston Center.
Let's see here.
Squawk 4725.
Approach speed, I can go 110.
4725.
Let's see if I can get down close to that without it causing a bunch of problems here. Maybe 120 would be okay for us just to maintain straight and level. We can go 110. We'll take it down there. And if we have to, we'll toss in a notch of flaps. Our ref speed is somewhere between 80 and 85. So it's not a super slow landed plane. It's not like a it's not like a Cub that can land at 45 knots or something like that, but it does get stopped very quickly.
Basic to maintain 8,000.
It has beta prop and really, really good brakes. Alright. I think we're getting there.
213 Golf Super, 5 miles from Nabo, maintain
So we will be,
until established on the localizer, cleared
again,
island,
somewhere up in
right
here, I think we're going to be getting a right-hand
Maintain 3,000 until established
vector.
on the localizer, cleared islands,
And at that point in time, we will activate the RNAV approach. We'll probably also be given a little bit of a descent clearance. We need it to be
Power 22, maintain follow 30.
a minimum of 6,000 in this area, so I would imagine we'll be getting that here in just a little bit.
Power 1, contact New York Center, 125.32, have a good night.
2532, great job as always, Power 1.
These guys do a great job. I think that's call him out by name here. I think I have him friended. They have a lot of good controllers up here. Yeah, that's Jamshid Loveless. Does a good job. Josh Nunn, another guy that I know of that does a great job up here. Evan Ryder, you might be familiar with him. He's kind of the one of the main people that organizes the big event that's happening in Las Vegas this year, the Flight Sim Expo. So lots of really, really good. Josh Marshall does a good job up here as well. Like I said, Josh Nunn, really, really good controllers. This is where I got all of my virtual pilot ratings was through the Boston Virtual program. It's very similar to the VATSTAR program, and so you can earn, you can earn your P ratings and your I ratings and all that good stuff. And but more than anything, it's just a really, really good learning experience. All right, so we are now at 99, and we're pitching up quite a bit. So I'm going to throw a notch of flaps in, add some power. I don't want to go slower. I just want to bring my nose down a little bit and be more efficient. I don't want to go much slower than like 100, honestly. 110 is probably about right. I'll see if we can get it stabilized about there. Yeah, brought the nose down ever so slightly. It doesn't mind flying slow, but it does remind me every time I try to get too slow that hang on, buddy, we're not a Cessna 150 here. So we're number 3. I'm trying to listen and why does it look like someone's landing to the north here? That's weird.
Center, good evening. Caravan 425 Foxtrot Tango 9000.
Storage 425 Foxtrot Tango Boston Center, good evening. Climb and maintain 1000. 11 altimeter 2994.
So we do have another leg, by the way, and so I have no idea how we're going to do the landing rate championship thing. I think what we'll do is the first landing will be kind of like a practice round, and then the one into Burlington will be the one that counts officially. And yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it. I don't have a fancy spreadsheet like Slant Alpha has that he can figure out how close you were and give you points on that and all that good stuff. That was pretty cool. He's done that a couple times. He'll land 3 or 4 or 5 times and give you multiple chances to guess his landing rate and give prizes out afterwards. It's pretty cool.
November 11816, clear direct Ulaki.
Direct Ulaki, November 11816. All right, there we go, guys. So
November 11816, spacing should work out. Resume normal speed.
We'll resume normal speed, 11816.
November 425 Foxtrot Tango, advise me
Ulaki.
at Lebanon. Expect the RNAV.
Where are you, Ulaki? Why do I not see Ulaki?
Yeah, we'll go
Did I pick the wrong?
weather and we'll expect the RNAV starting at L.
Oh boy. Alright, so let's do this again. Approach. RNAV 25. And I must just pick the wrong one. Okay. Enter. We're going to activate that guy. It's going to turn us to Ulaki. Very good. And, alright. Pull the flap back up. Reintroduce a little bit of power. Don't need to go crazy here, but get it back up to about where we were, just so we don't. I don't know if there's somebody behind us that we also need to, be cognizant of. So I don't want to stay too slow for too long, but we'll get this back up here again. It's about 1670 on the torque and 2000 or so on the RPMs. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right. So by doing that, by the way, we have activated the approach, and so let's just make sure we have everything we need. I'm so used to tuning in VOR frequencies and stuff like that. All we need is an approach course of 255, which it should automatically find as we turn and follow the RNAV approach. The other thing we have to do is we have to make sure that we're nailing these altitudes. So we'll be Ulaki, and then we'll hit Romer. We're going to need to be above, at or above 4,800. Shimo at or above 3,400. Wieben at or above 2,300, and then we're down in here. That's 4.5 DME from the runway. And again, it's a little bit of a it's a higher decision altitude. The elevation itself is 600 feet, and you have to make a decision like 1,000 feet above, just because of terrain and all that good stuff. By the way, if we do go missed, we're going to climb on a right-hand turn to 4,000 direct Zeech, and we will hold. So that looks like this. Turn right, climb up. So you can see some peaks there, 1,400. 1,000, 1355, there's an 1873, so we'll turn out here and we'll hold at Zeech if we need it. Real quickly, we're going to land on 25. It looks to me like we could probably just kind of keep going straight in here to the north ramp somewhere, maybe exit. We may exit Bravo 4, depending on this plane, but maybe right-hand exit on Bravo 3, go to the north ramp, kind of hang out, get our bearings, and then get ready to go to Burlington, which is the second of our routes today. So hopefully you can hang out with us. Dakota pilot actually flown into Lebanon, years ago. Where haven't you been, man? You've been everywhere. You are the Johnny Cash of flight sim pilots, or for you actually it'd probably be realistic, man. Real life. I know you've done a lot of work in real, so that's pretty. In real life, that's cool. Kenny Monster, the prize better be back brace. I need somebody like Downwind Sim to come up with a custom emoji or something like that. All I have right now is a barking dog. That's like my emoji. If you subscribe, I need better prizes.
Delta 470 Boston Center, good evening, climb and maintain flow 200.
Need better swag. Well, here we go. Again, we're in the soup a little bit here until we descend 6,500 or below, and you can kind of see down there we do have ground contact. Should I be seeing some ice here potentially? Yeah, maybe. Let's just take a peek. I don't see anything on the leading edges here. I definitely don't see anything up here either. So I don't know.
013 Golf Super cross runway 15 left that.
I might completely shut down also, because I am, like I said, I'm concerned a little bit with the fact that this is 0 and this is red lined.
confirm. Any mics here.
That makes me a little uncomfortable.
Boston Center on request, semi.
And being up in the mountains is not a good place to have an engine failure or to lose avionics.
Have a good night.
2532, American 258.
And here's the problem again with being all glass. There's not much. There's no way to set a VOR. There's no way to do any of that. You have essentially what you have over here is your 7,000 11816. You have your HSI, and that's about it. You do have a. I do think you have a compass somewhere. All right.
45 Tango, thank you. Turn left heading 090, vectors for sequence.
Vertical speed, nose down. Okay, go 1,000 feet per minute. Let's cut some power back here.
Let's see here. Radar
And I'm going to start to pay attention and kind of quit with the narration. I'm going to have to focus a little bit here. Jiggle the handle. My kind of guy, TD. We think the same, man. Be like kindred spirits and stuff.
And 4730 for new mic, sir.
Okay, so there's Lackey. Follow the turn in. We are the approach is active, so I don't have to do anything there. And we're just straight on in.
6010 4730.
I believe it's been so long since I've flown an RNAV approach. I believe there is a glide slope that's part of it as well. Is that right, guys?
Boston Center.
Golf, any mics here? Go ahead.
Okay, descent checklist. Landing lights are on. Altimeter is right now the latest information. Quebec says 2994, which is not what we have set, so let's do that. 2994. The frequencies are tuned. The heading is going to be set. Watch out for the ice. All right, again, we're looking at an approach speed. Looking for an approach speed of approximately 110 knots. All right, so let's check and see if we're getting ice right now. So I'm not seeing anything, guys. I think it's doing its job. I mean, is that potentially ice? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not. I would think ice would be building up and somehow rendered on the leading edge here if there was an issue. I don't know. So JPC is saying depends. Sometimes the RNAV will have both LNAV and VNAV or LPV.
Roger, new mics here is clear to Block Island. Radar vectors birdie.
This one is, I thought.
6010 4730.
Well, it doesn't matter now.
Chug off any mics here, read back correct. Advise wait to tax with information, Romeo.
Yep, I've got the chart up right next to me. This is what's next right here, just so I can make sure I get to where I need to be. Okay, we're leveling off. We're kind of getting down a little bit speed-wise. I don't need to...
November 11816 is set to maintain 5,400.
5,400, 11816.
Air Force 714, let me hand you off.
5,400.
714, leaving my airspace. Montreal Center's closed. Radar service terminate, frequency change approved, and send rates at your discretion.
5,400. 400. The same spin wheel zooms me in and zooms me out.
Actually, let's make it runway 4 left. Runway 4 left, taxi echo.
All right, here we go. 1,000 feet a minute again.
4 left,
and
echo. Any mics here?
man, we're kind of down below the.
Let's see, 2059 contact, Washington Center 133.7.
So I'm kind of ready to step down, JPC. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to stay on top of that, because there's no margin for error. I mean, there isn't really a margin for error on any type of approach, but especially when you're here in the mountains, you've got to hit it. You can't be too low, you can't be too high, and so that'll be a fun challenge, honestly.
What was the call sign one more time. What, Alaska 2650, correct?
There we go. Shimo. Shimo needs to be 3,400. Romer needs to be 4,800, which is what we just were cleared to, and then Weeben. No, we were cleared to 5,400, weren't we? Yep. So then we'll be down to 4,800. So it'll be good for us, again, to slow down. 110. Don't be in a hurry. You know, there's plenty of space. We slowed down for the guy in front of us. The guy behind us can slow down. Don't feel rushed. I do fall into that trap sometimes. Not wanting to be an inconvenience to the guy behind me, and I forget about flying safely myself.
Delta 1082, Boston Center.
So we do also have tower tuned in. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 2590. Is that what we have ready to go? Yes, 2590, and then there is also ground 0.6. 4-day for me. Good evening to yourself. Good evening to yourself. Good evening yourself. You got all the numbers in your name threw me there for a second, but welcome. We're on approach Lebanon here in the beautiful BVA TCC controlled area. It's the Boston Virtual Ski Trip event here on a Tuesday night. Virtual airspace that's phenomenal, and a GA-centered event, obviously. Tonight we're in the Kodiak, and we've got a lot of guys ready for that coveted landing rate championship spot.
Turn left heading 280, wind 0404.
All right, so we're down 5,400. I'm going to go ahead and let the speed just start to slowly come down here. I'd like to, by the time we're ready to make that base turn, I'd like to be able to put a notch of flaps in and just be really under control here, unless he tells me to keep my speed up. Again, we're checking just to make sure no ice. Hi, Mrs. Thranda. Any ice over there your way? Not seeing anything, which is good. That's what you want, right? That's what you want. Kenny has won it before. That's right. I think Al South has won it once. Kenny once. Black Fox 403 had it for a while. We don't have any repeat winners yet, so Kenny, if you did get it back, it would be you'd be the first repeat champ. Again, this flight into Lebanon, it's a little warm up, and the one at Burlington, the last flight of the day, will be the one that counts for the championship.
4749 10,000.
I am. It's been fun. I mean, it's now that we can see, it's a little bit nicer, but I'm happy with the ortho.
Bus Center May 61 passing 5.8 for 8,000 direct Burlington.
What do you win? You win your name and lights, man.
994 May 61.
Number 11816 cross Ulaki at 5,400, cleared RNAV runway 25 approach.
Cross Ulaki at 5,400, cleared RNAV runway 25 approach, November 11816. Okay, so we are at 5,400. Ulaki is coming up here in 1 mile. And I do I see, is that a glide slope? I don't know. Alright, there we go. So we need to go down Romer, we need to be at 4,800, so we're going to go ahead and just pop that in here. Step down. Vertical speed. We're going to step down here at 500 feet a minute. Whoops. Close that. I'm going to take some power away. I had wanted to put in a notch of flaps right there, and I was just still a little bit too A little bit too fast.
Okay, Charlie Golf India Mike 0, clear direct Suffolk.
India Mike 0.
Good, we'll step it down. We've got 4 miles to Romer. After Romer, we have to be down to 3,400. My biggest problem is just finding the click spots here, and then also being able to read what I'm supposed to be at. Maybe I just need to zoom in a little bit here. Just for a little bit, we'll zoom in right here. Call that good. All right,
November
there's
1186, approaching November 111. I can't say your call sign. November 11816, radar service terminated. Contact Lebanon Tower 125.905. Have a good night.
2595. We'll talk to you soon. 11816.
November 425, Foxtrot Tango, term.
Holding short in sequence.
All right.
For departure.
November 7 Delta Romeo, Lebanon Tower, continue
Okay, we're
holding
just
short
about
runway
there
36.
to Romer.
Short for 136, 7 Delta Romeo.
We are losing speed in a hurry now. We're getting too slow. Hold on, hold on. Yeah. Once we leveled out, we really lost speed. So let me get that back on. I will put a notch of flaps in here. And we're looking again. We're looking for, what did I say, 101?
Helicopter 0, Delta Mike.
Goldfish
remain
brain.
northwest of the Lebanon
110 is a good approach speed. Okay. Okay.
Cleared for takeoff.
This is still the first leg. Yes, we're getting ready to turn, actually getting ready to turn final here in just a second
The next short of Alpha.
into Lebanon.
Next Alpha 2 short of 36. Is that November 2 Tango? Yes, sir.
Okay,
November
we're a
2
little
Tango,
slow.
runway 3, back taxi, runway 36.
4,800 though.
Line up and wait.
And there we go. Now we go down to 3,400. Vertical speed that. We'll go nose down again. 500 feet a minute is probably going to be what we need. We do have 6 miles to get down there.
November 2 Tango Tango, I'm awaiting your IFR release. It's going to be a moment to inbound traffic on the crossing runway.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And Lebanon Tower, Kodiak, November 11816. We're on the approach RNAV runway 25.
Kodiak 11816, Lebanon Tower, good evening. Report Shimo inbound. Wind calm, altimeter 29904.
We'll call Shimo and wind's calm, November 11816.
November 2 Echo.
Shimo is what we have right here, 4.9 DME. Again, we need to be down 3,400. We do have a notch of flaps, although we're getting a little bit fast. We're looking for 110 here for our approach speed. And I think I see the runway out in front of us here, which is nice. And just to answer my own question, no, there is no VNAV on this RNAV approach. Okay, 4 miles. We've got 1,000 to go. I think we're in good shape there. After Shimo, we are down to 2,300 at Weeben. And
Are you the next one
at that point, I'll probably just pop the autopilot off and just bring it in visually. Bring it in by hand the rest of the way. I shouldn't say not visually, but bring it in by hand.
7 Delta Romeo affirmative. We'll take that departure out of Alpha 2.
7 Delta Romeo, Roger. And 7 Delta Romeo, wind calm.
Weeben at or above 2,300 is the last altitude restriction, so after that it's just a matter of maintaining the glide slope and seeing if we can put her down.
Delta Mike, frequency change approved. Have a safe flight.
Put her down on the old asphalt.
Thanks for the HEC. 0 Delta Mike.
But you can see you don't want to miss. I mean, you don't want to be too low here because there's plenty of terrain. So you got to make sure you're staying, you know, on your altitude restrictions, stepping it down one at a time. So we'll level off. We're a little early. We're a mile and a half from Shimo, so not too bad, but We will level it off just a little bit. Oh, there is, my friend, a glide slope. So I wonder if that will catch it automatically. I'm just gonna see if it does, just out of curiosity.
Charlie,
0.7 to Shimo, 0.6. We're gonna make that call. There's 3,400. We'll watch our speed, trying to keep it about 110. Adding some power back just a little at a time here. A little slow, but not bad. And Kodiak 816 over Shimo.
Kodiak 816 insight, wind calm, runway 25, cleared to land, traffic holds in position, the crossing runway.
25 clear to land, November 816. Alright, so it did not pick that, it did not grab that guy, so I need to spin down. Let's vertical speed nose down. And I don't need 1200, holy cow, easy, 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 easy. Now we'll put a second notch of flaps in though, since I'm going down a little bit more steeply. And 2300 is what I need to be at the next step. So at that point, there's 2300. At that point, I will disconnect the autopilot and just take it in the rest of the way by hand. Ref speed again around 85, 80 to 85 is what it says, but I kind of tend to be a little bit on the conservative side there. It tends to become a bit of a flying brick at low speeds, even though it has pretty dang good STOL characteristics. Those are more evident, I think, on the departure than sometimes on the arrival. At least how I fly it. We will see. So get your landing rates in right now. Again, this is warm up. We got to stretch out. We don't want to pull any muscles, and we'll make those initial predictions right here. How am I doing? 4 miles. I'm to Weebin. No, I'm past now. I'm heading to the runway. And so let's do this. Let's take the autopilot off. And let's just keep going down. I do have the glide slope there to kind of give me a little bit of an idea of where I'm at. And I am just a little bit high, and that's confirmed by the poppy lights. But I don't want to, this is a hill that I don't want to get too close to. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. Thinking if we could stay about between 500 and 700 feet per minute on the descent, we'd be in pretty good shape here. Got traffic holding for me. It's too bad. They could have gone. I had quite a bit of room, but I think I just have their restrictions there as to who they can release. We are going to be making a right-hand turn off the runway. If we go missed, we're climbing to 4,000. Right-hand turn. Nice calm day. Good weather. Visibility was a little bit low, but otherwise not bad. Icing held off, at least for this leg. Final notch of flaps. Let's see if we can get 85. Ballooned us a little bit there. There's 85. default scenery, by the way. Whoa. Bouncing? What's going on here, guys? I think I bounced it about 6 times there. Holy cow. What in the world? I'm all over the place. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. I have no idea what just happened there, guys. But that was not good. Man, oh man, what in the world? Boy. Well.
November 2 Tango.
November
2 Tango, maintain 6,000.
Yeah, let's get out here. Hopefully no one's taxiing down here. Mrs. Thranda, sorry about that. Ouch, my back. She's saying. It did. It kind of porpoised on me there. That's, wow. Wow, wow. Holy cow. All right. That's a first for me in this plane. I've done that in other planes. I've bounced a flipping Skyline all the way down the runway.
Left on Bravo, hold short, runway 36 at Bravo.
All right, left turn on Bravo, hold short 26 for 36 for 11816. All right, yep, I've done that in other planes, but just this the first for this. So I'm wondering if I didn't, maybe I hit my my nose wheel first or something.
Canadian Express 302, runway back taxi, runway 36, full length, line up and wait.
Oh, so I needed to be past that line there, JPC. I will keep that in mind. So we're going to hold short of 36, but not when I hold short. I need to hold short of this.
Contact Boston Center 134.7. Good day.
124.7. Have a great one. You take them back.
Kodiak 816, cross runway 36 at Bravo. Contact ground 121.6 on the other side. Good day.
Cross 36 and over to ground point 6 on the other side. November 11816. Well, I'm glad we've got another leg in us, because that was a sorry excuse for a landing. I need a little bit of redemption. Okay, traffic looks clear. Yeah. I'm not even going to replay that one right now. Well, we maybe come back at the end and look at that. What are we at, the 149 mark? Okay.
Canadian Express 302. What's your planned cruise altitude en route to Burlington today?
So let's just pull off to the side. Let's just find a spot, take a short break, and figure out what we're doing here.
At this time.
Canadian Express 302, roger.
Good thing I paid extra for the off-road suspension. Okay, and let's do this, and we'll keep it rolling. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Squawk 1200, Canadian Express 302.
Canadian Express 302, Windcom, on course departure approved, runway 36 cleared for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff, Canadian Express 302.
Canadian Express 302, just verify on course departures approved, runway 36 cleared for takeoff.
I'm not getting that. Sorry.
Good evening.
So who
Turn Alpha 2.
won that first one,
Lufthansa 323,
by the way? And we only count the first touchdown, not the fourth or fifth porpoise touchdown. Okay, fully clear holding, fully short exiting. Or no, fully clear holding short, fully clear exiting. Roger.
Caravan 425
All right.
just inside El Hoy. We were IFR, but we just canceled IFR, so we'd like to proceed straight in for 25.
So we're going to delete this. We're going to go Lebanon to Burlington. And it's a pretty simple one. It's essentially direct here. With, you know, I'm sure there's going to be an approach we need. Well, that's a shame because that wasted a pretty good approach, honestly. But I'm thinking one of two things. Either number one, I hit with my nose wheel first, or number two, I was just carrying a little too much energy, and you know that's kind of the result. Okay, Burlington International, and yeah, I'll show you what I mean here. Got to do a little downwind sim back scratch. Thank you, sir. So, all right. Let's get rid of all this madness. I think the storm is trying to creep its way up, swallow us up here. Luckily, we're going a little further north. So, Lebanon, Lima, Echo Bravo to Bravo Tango Victor. And yeah, actually, technically, we probably would go. Well, let's look here. Is there a departure from Lebanon? There is not. So I'm guessing we might be cleared along the what is this? The Victor 141. We'll file that just to be sure. We'll go from the Lebanon VOR to the Burlington VOR along the Victor 141. Uh-oh. Put my name up there just for this leg? Alright. Anything for you, man. Let's see. Where are we at here? Landing rate champ. Things I do for my friend. Alright. Is it up there? Yes, indeed. Congrats, by the way. Congrats on the win. You have it for at least a leg. Alright, back to business. Okay, I'm going to put that into... okay, I can get rid of you. Whoops. I've minimized my X-Pilot. I don't want to do that. I want to come over here. And I want to do flight plan. Doesn't look like I can be in a big hurry anyway because they're waiting for, you know, everybody to clear out. So I'm going to say optimistically we're airborne here in 15 minutes. I don't know. This is only a 26-mile route. And I think we still have at least 2.5 hours, 2 hours of fuel in there. And we will file at, what do I need? It's a westbound route. It looks like we need 6,300 at least westbound. So that would mean 8,000 for us. We could potentially do a VFR if we wanted to, but we will not. So we'll file Lebanon, Victor 141, Burlington.
36 at Alpha 2, ready for departure.
File, is that ready?
Lufthansa 323 on departure, maintain 6,000.
Okay.
Pilot's discretion, proceed direct Burlington. Wind calm, runway 36, cleared for takeoff, no delay.
6,000.
And I'm just going to double check if it's still information Quebec.
November 3, Bravo Echo, continue holding short runway 36 at Alpha 2, departing.
It is information Quebec. All right.
Short of 36 at Alpha 2, 732 Bravo Echo.
November 733 Bravo Echo, do you need the full length for departure, or can you depart from Alpha 2?
We'd like to depart from Alpha 2, 733 Bravo Echo.
3 Bravo Echo, roger, you can expect that.
And Lebanon ground, Kodiak, November 11816 with Quebec. We'd like to request IFR clearance to Burlington.
And calling tower, check your frequency, grounds 121.6.
Oh gosh. Yeah, my apologies. Ground 0.6. I never did talk to freaking ground. Man, I was really out of it after that landing. It really shook me, didn't it? More than you think. You do little stupid things like that. I have to apologize to him. And Burlington ground, hello, November 11816, information Quebec. We'd like to request IFR clearance to Burlington.
November 11816, Lebanon ground, cleared to the Burlington Airport via direct. Maintain 5,000, expect 8,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 134.7, squawk 4772.
Cleared to Lebanon via direct. We'll maintain 4,000, expect 8,000. Departure frequency is 134.0 and yeah, 134.7, sorry. And squawk 4772, November 11816.
November 816, feedback.
And ground, apologize. I did not contact you when we went across runway 36. Sorry about that.
No worries.
All right, so this is even easier than what we thought. We're just, boom, direct, which is way, I mean, it wasn't going to be that much different, but that'll be nice just to plug it right in. So 4772. 4772. We are squawking Charlie right now. And he said 4,000, 5,000. Oh, now I don't remember. 4,000 and 7,000. I'm just calling. And ground, Kodiak 11816. Can you repeat that initial altitude clearance for us, please?
Number 11816, maintain 5,000, expect 8,000, 10 minutes after departure.
5 and 8, thanks. Goldfish brain there, appreciate it. 5 and 8, all right. And the altimeter has not changed, so we will leave that there. And I am thinking, it sounds like they're departing on, sounds like they're maybe departing on 3-6. So we're up here. Yeah, actually the winds are calm, so they may be departing, for all I know, runway 18, but because it looks like this is like a back taxi situation here. Yeah, maybe they're using 25. You know what? Let's find out. And ground Kodiak 816, we're ready for taxi.
Number 11816, runway 36, taxi via Bravo 2, Alpha, Alpha 2, hold short runway 25.
Bravo 2, Alpha, Alpha 2, and we'll hold short 36, November 11816. All
Number
right.
11816, negative, hold short runway 25 on Bravo 2.
Oh, my apologies. Hold short runway 25 on Bravo 2, 11816. All right, so they're sending us down this way. But we're going to hold short right there, Bravo 2. So we're almost, I mean, we're real close to where we need to be. IFR clearance, yep, coffee time for, what do we have here? This is Bravo 1 right here, so we actually just need to, yep, we need to go back right there, Bravo 2. And I need taxi lights instead of landing lights. All right, let's go. Now, we didn't restart to see if we get our altitude situation figured out, did we? Yeah, well, we're going to roll with it here. Here comes the guy to parking. We're going to come up here and hold short of 25. Melvin Leroy's Cup of Coffee Discord. That's where you will find the best Java on Twitch, I'm telling you. I don't have coffee, but if this was coffee, cheers to you. So I have a server that's title is Cup of Coffee, and that's what he's saying. Go check that out, and it's just
11816 cross runway 25, no delay, traffic on final.
crossing 25, no delay, 11816. Anyway, it's just kind of an all things flight sim related kind of, you know, lounge. I guess I just didn't want to call it lounge, so I called it Cup of Coffee. And then I have one that's specific to propeller heads, like we are. That's called I think it is called propeller heads, but it's prop driven kind of GA specific topics. Then I also have one that is a do-it-yourself channel, which I think I'm going to actually get rid of. It kind of, there were a few guys on it that were pretty active, and they needed a place to kind of have a conversation, and we set that up. But it's kind of died out, so I think we're probably going to just get rid of that one here at a certain point. This is Alpha 2. No, this is Alpha 1. I got to go down one more to Alpha 2. Sparker VR. Who's
11816, contact tower 125.95, complete.
back over to tower? Appreciate the help. November 11816.
5. Alright, we'll report Rizzo inbound 725 Alpha Juliet.
And Lebanon Tower, Kodiak 816. We're taxiing on Alpha down to Alpha 2 for runway 36.
Kodiak 11816, Lebanon Tower, hello again. Hold short runway 36 at Alpha 2, awaiting IFR release. It may be a few minutes, just gotta inbound for the VOR approach.
I will hold short and expect a little bit of a delay, not a problem, on the 11816. So anyway, that do-it-yourself channel has some pretty cool information on it, but like I said, no one's really posted anything on there since about December. So I think I may take that down. If anybody wants to go on there and get some of the links that they shared, or look at the conversation that they had, I mean it's definitely worth doing. But
VOR at this time, he's going to be passing overhead for the VOR runway 7 approach.
Alright, roger, with the traffic in sight, watching for that from 7242 Delta.
I'm going to do direct right now. Enter. So we are direct. As soon as we head on out the door, we'll be ready to go. 5,000 is set. Altimeter is set. I may be over it. I'm still short, right? Am I okay? Or should I be even farther back than that, JPC? This is good for me to know. Literally as close as you can be. So, yeah, no wiggle room. Oh, tracks. There you go. All right. I'll leave it on. If you're going to use it, man, I mean, that's what it's for. But I thought maybe you guys had kind of figured out what you're needing and doing. But yeah, if you're going to use it, I'll leave it up. I just thought maybe you had kind of moved on and got things figured out. So, no worries. If you were one of my students, you'd be talking to me about that. Well, good. Talk to me about that. That's what I want to know. Stuff like that. You watched the landing, JPC. Dakota pilot, downwind sim. You all have time in the real cockpit there. What do you think? I mean, what was the cause of the porpoise? Always give yourself room. No need to be that close. Yeah. Very true. Very true.
816, just for my planning, do you need full length runway 36, or can you depart from intersection Alpha 2 tonight?
We'd love Alpha 2 intersection Kodiak 11816.
Perfect. We can make that happen for you.
By the way, I figured out how to figure out where my trim's at right here. So let's go takeoff right there. We don't want neutral, we want takeoff. And if we do an Alpha 2 intersection, that is a 2,600 foot intersection. That should be no problem. Again, rotation speed for us is right there, 65 knots. Porpoise was probably just a little too flat of a landing, maybe too much nose. Yeah. I needed to, maybe I needed to just kind of bleed the speed off a little bit, keep the nose up, just take it down the runway just a little further, and just make sure that it was I really stalled it out, or did a better job of just getting all that energy out. Maybe I will, instead of doing an 85 knot VREF, I'll try an 80 knot VREF this time and just see if that helps. Because I'm a little bit lighter, so I should be able to be a little slower. We'll see. We need something better though, that's all I know. It's got to be better than the last time. What's going on, everybody? Like I said before, appreciate you hanging out. I do feel a little like it's
816, I know we were going to get you out at Alpha 2, but I'm going to try and get VFR traffic out behind you. So if you could back taxi runway 36 full length, line up and wait, still awaiting that IFR release.
back taxi 36 full length, we'll line up and wait, November 11816. All right.
Skyhawk 0 Hotel Alpha, you able to depart runway 36 from intersection Alpha 2?
I can depart that from Alpha 2, yes. Skyhawk 410 Hotel Alpha.
Skyhawk 0 Hotel Alpha, roger, runway 36 at Alpha 2, line up and wait.
Line up and wait.
All right.
36 at Alpha 2, Skyhawk 410 Hotel Alpha.
Baron 42.
So because he's VFR, am I hearing that right? Because he's VFR, he's going to be sent out before me because I filed IFR. Is that kind of what just happened? Hey, Al South. Good to see you, man. I'm a middle school principal, and what that is right there, that's cutting in line, and that's not allowed. Good to see you, my friend. How's life? Smaller airports, yeah, they'll hold you. Okay, yeah, gotcha. JPC, that makes sense. And there's a lot of traffic here for this little airport, you know what I mean? It's an event like this, probably, I don't know, it's got to be double or triple what they usually handle, even though it's only like about 20 or 25 planes coming and going. But I can't imagine that they handle 25 planes an hour here. Maybe they do. Maybe at this time of year, maybe they do. Only you can prevent cutting in line. Old Al South the Bear. Oh, man.
Skyhawk 0 Hotel Alpha, straight out, departure approved, wind 0103, runway 36 at Alpha 2, cleared for takeoff.
4-day for me.
Runway 36, clear for takeoff. Skyhawk 410 Hotel Alpha.
Subbing it up. Thanks, man. You have to let me know how the barking dog emotes. It's my first custom emote I've ever attempted to make. You have to let me know how that works, buddy. Appreciate that. So we don't need to go flaps 25 on the departure. We probably don't even need to go flaps 15 here. So now what's John Fly say? We got a subscribe, another subscribe. Actually, what I probably works better for me, since I was subbed out a lot when I was playing sports, is manager coming out. Give me a sub. Give me 4-day for me. Sub this guy out. After that landing, I need subbed out. When are we doing that shared cockpit thing again? downwind sim. I would totally give you, I'd be like, your aircraft, Mrs. Thranda. There's got to be a cooler of beer back here somewhere. No, we forgot to load the beer cooler. We could play a mean game of spades, though, I tell you what. Just put the cards away by the time we land, because, yeah. It may not be pretty. Alright, well, if you just popped in here, we're at Lebanon, and we're getting ready to fly to Burlington, up here in the Vermont area. It's part of the Boston Virtual Ski Trip. It's a Tuesday GA event, and it's been pretty fun. We flew up from Bayport. We had a fly-in with the Virtual USA Flying Club yesterday that flew from Nantucket to Bayport, and so I just took it from Bayport all the way on up here to Lebanon, and now we just have one last little, I don't know, what is this, 60 some mile leg into Burlington, and we'll call it good. So,
and I'm on Lebanon Tower, Cessna 739er Echo Zulu holding short.
Cessna 739er Echo Zulu Lebanon Tower.
Al South's companion is
Sure. Well, we can do that for now.
Perla? Is that like the real name, or is that like are we talking about your wife or your crush, or what are we talking about here, Mr. Romantic?
Clear for takeoff 36 at altitude.
And Lebanon Tower, 75 altitude, inbound Rizzo.
75 Alpha Juliet, circle south.
It's a good question.
At 3, runway 25.
I think it's my strobe, isn't it? It's wigging me out. Let's do this for just for a minute. Nope, that's not. It's the clouds flickering. What the heck? All right, landing light coming on. Taxi's off. Cloud flickering. Yeah, killing the fantasy. I don't mean to be doing that. I'll do what I can to help you, man. I will do what I can to help you. There goes. I think the guy just left ahead of us, so I hope that means that we're getting close to being released ourselves. Let's go have a look here. See what's going on. I couldn't catch up with the guy that just left. There he is. Heading out. Looks like we maybe have, I think those guys are static planes. There's another, maybe a couple of he's a real guy. So we're getting kind of maybe wound down to the end of things, but what a beautiful area. Can I see any more inbound guys here? Or is there a guy behind me? Here's a little bit of an ortho glitch though. That happens when you have ortho with a default airport. Sometimes it'll just basically carve out. You can see it right there. Also, it just kind of carves out the mountain and just completely flattens the area unrealistically. I'm guessing this is mountainy all the way through there. So this airport is, yeah, that's right, the flatten flag. Yeah, I need to turn that off. I forgot about that. Well, no, I didn't know about that at the time when I cooked this tile. So this is up in the Vermont area, right? Lebanon, isn't it Lebanon, Vermont? Lebanon Municipal. Sorry, Lebanon, New Hampshire. But there's a ski area and stuff kind of just to the east, I think. Somewhere in here. Seems like there was a ski area over here in the mountains somewhere. But yeah, you've got some pretty good hills over here, 6,600 MSE. Then here's Burlington, and again, I think the ski resorts are kind of over to the east of it. For some reason, I'm not seeing them, but I've never been there in real life. But that's just kind of the shtick for tonight, anyway. So
747. Good night.
4-day for me talking about. Oh yeah, you were flying that last night. That was a fun one. So I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but at one point in time, we had an aircraft on the ground at Nantucket waiting to depart, and we had our first landing into Bayport. So we literally had stretched the entire 110 mile route or something like that. It was pretty dang cool. Kenny's got to go to work. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by again, my friend. I'm assuming you had luck with Ryan Field. I haven't heard back from you. I hope you have, and hopefully you'll be ready to go with us on one of these flights here very soon. So thanks for stopping in. Take her easy, man. We'll see you next time. 150. Yeah. Now JPC, again, I make a lot of stuff up on this channel, as people know, and I try to just pass it off as actual knowledge because I just deadpan it. But was I mistaken when someone said we represented 5% of the total? Oh boy, of the total VATSIM traffic while the event was going? Was it something like that, or was I just like hearing things, the voices in my head just taking over again? Al South is saying popped up here and there several times but couldn't get stable. Oh yeah. Did however, most of the water run from Nantucket to the Bayport destination. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I know you've been struggling with that frame rate deal. Kenny, no, I did not see that. If there's a link somewhere, please share that with me. I'd like to see that. 27, there were 320-ish online, so it was 8%. That's pretty cool. I mean, for a GA, think about how far that's come in the last year. I mean, it's always, and still is, but it's always been such a, jet heavy environment. I mean, I certainly don't think that it's necessarily that heavy as far as who uses it. I know the Navigraph little survey they had showed that, but I think a lot of GA guys just load up and fly, and they don't need to connect to VATSIM because they don't need to necessarily talk to anybody, and so they don't. And so you don't. I think the GA guys are grossly underrepresented most of the time. And Kodiak 816, just checking on our IFR release.
Kodiak 816, yep, it should just be another few minutes just because of the one in, one out rule. I've got a guy for the circle to land for 2-5. He is turning final now, so it should get you out of here in just a moment.
Okay, if you wanted to send the coffee girl down, I could use a refill too if I have time for that.
We'll send him out right now.
I can do this.
Just sent him out for myself, actually.
Sorry for making you wait.
Hey, not a problem. I just was hoping I didn't miss a call or something, and was sitting here like a knucklehead. One in, one out. You got to play by the rules, man. What? I might need a fuel truck. No, I still have plenty. This does concern me. I gotta check on that and see what's going on. But it hasn't caused a problem so far. Airport, please. Lebanon, Limo Echo Bravo, and I'm going to Bravo Tango Victor. True story. We actually, during one of our charter trips flying out of IAD, pulled off into the penalty box and waited for the FBO to drive over. That's good stuff, man. Oh man, that's good stuff. The things real pilots do that you don't know behind the scenes. See, that's what you get. Behind the scenes stuff.
Congratulations on passing PRP IFR 19.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you can take your next left or right. That's your discretion.
Alright, we'll take that right on Bravo 2 coming up.
Pilatus 5 Alpha Juliet, contact ground 121.6. I'll process that PRP here in the system momentarily.
Alright, 121.6, thanks a lot. 125 Alpha Juliet. Have a good flight, Kodiak.
Hey, congrats on passing that PRP. Don't mind waiting a bit on that. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't think I've seen it yet, Kenny, so I'll pull it up over here. I will... Okay, I've got it... I've...
Kodiak 11816, thank you so much for your patience. On departure, maintain 6,000. Pilot's discretion, proceed direct Burlington. Wind 010 at 3, runway 36, cleared for takeoff.
On departure, maintain 6,000. Pilot's discretion, direct Burlington. Clear for takeoff, runway 36. Kodiak 11816, and not a problem. Alright, here we go. 6,000. Alright, let's do it. Whoa. That is something else about this plane that I have noticed is the steering, the front wheel steering is pretty sensitive. I maybe need to go in and make a little bit of an adjustment there, because my big clumsy feet, as you can see, you don't always do so good. Here I am drifting again. Man, oh man. Squealing it again. Alright, let's just get up in the air where we're safe. You'd think I'd had the big bush tires on the way that thing was squealing. Holy cow. Okay, we got to get up to 6. That's kind of our first priority here. Holding the runway for the most part. Not a super good job, but not the worst in the world. Okay, there comes flaps. Terrain over there looks like we're clear of, so let's go ahead and start making our turn. I'm not going to worry about popping it into the autopilot just yet. I am going to try to see if I can do a better job of holding about a 96 knot climb out like I'm supposed to. We're a little slow with that right now. I think we're about 89 or so. Well, my flight director thinks I should be doing a lot more. Interesting. Interesting.
Kodiak 816, contact Boston Center 134.7, good night.
3470, thanks for the event. We'll see you next time.
See ya. 9 Alpha Charlie.
Did I get that punched in? Oh, dang it.
Say again one more time, the aircraft type.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go autopilot now, guys. Sorry. Heading, nope, nav, and don't lose ground here. Nose up. Vertical speed, nose up. Got to get to 6,000. 3470. It's gonna make a little correction and get on track here. Should have had that set while I was sitting there farting around. What are we doing? Where are we going? Alright, yeah, my goodness gracious. I'm struggling here, guys. I apologize. What in the world is going on with this aircraft? Fly the plane, fly the plane, fly the plane. I'm not doing a very good job of that right now. Alright, heading mode, engaged. Can we at least do that? Alright, sounds good. Vertical speed mode. I think we're climbing like a F4 Phantom. How about we come down here and do like 1,000? I'm about to stall out. Now I'm turning again. Heading mode. Okay. Yeah, I must have turned off the autopilot. There we go. That might be the problem. Heading mode is engaged. Vertical speed 1,000 per minute. I do have Alt S, so we'll capture that. And I need to check in with center. Whew.
You're number 2 for the
My
approach.
goodness.
I can only do one IFR arrival at a time due to the non-radar environment.
Oh,
so
JPC was seeing it the whole time there.
As soon as I can.
Yep.
Okay, understand. Reduce.
I wonder what happened though initially. Why it was trying to turn all the way back around. I'm direct Burlington. That's interesting. Oh, it's suspended. I see. I didn't know that. I don't know what that means, so I might have to get with you later on and I have to click SUSP. Okay, let me check in here. And Boston Center, Kodiak 816, 4,300, climbing 7,000.
Kodiak 11816, Boston Center, radar contact 6 miles north of 11 and climb and maintain 8,000.
Climb and maintain 8,000, Kodiak 816. All right, so let's get that first. 8,000. Speed's good. We're fine there. I could pump the torque a little bit here and bring back the RPMs. So there's an SUS. I'm assuming it's okay. So on the primary flight display, highlighted right there. So is that something maybe I hit accidentally before I departed, JPC? I've never seen that before, but okay. So I'm assuming that takes me essentially out of autopilot mode. It automatically goes into when I land. Oh, okay. So that's great to know. I'm going to add that to my say again for Kodiak 816.
Clear direct Burlington Airport.
Direct Burlington, Kodiak 816. I'm going to have to add that to my checklist here. I'm just going to put a little note down here. That's awesome to know. Thanks, guys. I had no idea that did that. That's cool. So I'm heading to Burlington, Vermont, Al South. All right, now I think this is, I believe this will fly the intercept instead of making the big course correction. Nope, I was wrong. I'm going to make a little bit of a course correction and get ourselves going direct Burlington. And again, we don't have far to go here, so we're already only 52.5 miles away. And I'm going to grab the ATIS right now. I could have grabbed the ATIS on the ground. Again, something else I should have done before I left. I was too busy thinking about coffee. We have information. Quebec, winds are calm, 10 statute miles of viz. We have overcast 6,500, 299.4, so that'll stay the same. All right, very good, very good. Sets up the missed approach for you. I see. I see.
November 951J, tell heading 090, vectors for sequence.
Well, that right there, catering was PB&J sandwiches and milk. Holy cow.
November 951J, flighting
300 bucks? That better have been one fantastic PB&J, buddy. That suspend deal explains now all of a sudden like a lot of quirky, funky things that I've had happen when I've been using the G1000. That, okay. All right. You learn. All right. I'm not going to show Kenny Monster's YouTube clip because it contains some language in the title, but I appreciate the humor, and I know that he's paying homage to another one of our friends, Miss Agent Bravo 7. So I'll let you just click the link and enjoy yourself. There's a good backstory to that, but I won't waste your time on that right now. Well, another time. It's not a waste. It's a funny story, but I don't know that I have quite enough time to do it justice here with only about 40 miles to go, because I do need to check on a couple other things here. So we're going direct, so I'm going to do that.
Next number 11816, contact Burlington approach 121.1. Have a good night.
121.1, Kodiak 816. Thanks for the event, man. See you next time.
Take care, Dragon 1, leaving my airspace.
All right, we'll come back to that.
Closed, radar service terminated.
2110.
Radar service terminated. Frequency change. Appreciate all your time and have a good rest of your night, Dragon 1.
That's it.
So the other thing I need to report here is that I have information Quebec, and by the way, we're using arrivals expect RNAV runway 25. No, that's that. Okay, Burlington information Echo. Okay, Echo. At Burlington approach. Good evening, Kodiak 816 at 8,000. Information Echo.
Kodiak 11816, Burlington approach. Good evening, altimeter 2999er. Expect ILS runway 33.
ILS 33 for Kodiak 816. 2999. Yeah, I was rereading the Lebanon ATIS 2999. Okay, ILS 33. We can put that in. Select approach. Whoops. ILS 33. Are we going to get a vector? Are we going to need a vector?
861, turn right heading 240.
861, that's not me.
240, May 61.
Alright. ILS 33. Boy, it could be any of these. Montpelier. Janud, what do we have? Janud, alright, well, MPV is one.
To maintain 3,500.
Down to 3,500, May 61.
I'm going to say Janud is going to be our initial approach fix. It looks like Montpelier is a little bit north of where we're going, so we'll pick Janud and fly course reversal at Jan. No, we don't want to. This is a back course situation, so we don't need to do that. Our minimums are, these ones are 535. Okay, so I was going to see if I had a different option here. Barrel or off?
Burlington Airport, 2 o'clock, 900 miles.
Alright, so it's 200 above.
Giggity of these clouds. We'll call you when we get inside, May 61.
Okay.
May 61, roger.
We're going to load it. And life is good. Okay, there we go. That's in. And how does that look here? For it should be pretty much straight in. Whoops, don't zoom out or zoom in, zoom out. Alright, so we may have to just vector just a little bit here, but yeah, Montpelier is up here a little bit. I guess it wouldn't have hurted us. No, there's Montpelier MPV, so we're already past it.
The initial tower, May 61, bye-bye.
We should be cleared up here to Janud or vectored. One way or the other, we're going to take that. Okay, that makes sense? You guys all got that? There'll be a quiz later. By the way, that initial altitude at Janud is 7,000 or above, so we don't have much to give away here. A bit of an ear itch there. Alright, well, the weather here is a little sunnier in some respects, but definitely going to have our work cut out for us getting through this cloud layer. I still have all my anti-ice stuff turned on because SkyVector is telling me that we're in icing conditions here, so I don't see anything on the METAR that says that, but Active Sky does say that we have some light icing conditions, so I'm just keeping it on there.
Southbound route or the eastbound route? I think the southbound road.
13593, roger, turn left heading 240, VFR out to your discretion.
All right, what's going on in the chat world here?
VFR 593.
That was a eureka moment, no doubt about it. Again, what do I say? What is this downwind sim? Subtitle of the channel, right? Not the learning channel. Nope. That's Slant Alpha. That's downwind sim. It's JPC. This is the what?
November 314
I'll wait.
Alpha Lima,
I'll wait.
departure, radar contact, maintain runway.
Not the learning channel, but the.
Runway heading VFR altitude on discretion 4 Alpha Lima.
I know there's a delay. I'll wait. Teacher wait time. It's always sunny above the clouds. Yes, indeed. All right, I'll give it to you. This is not the learning channel. This is the discovery channel. So that's what we do here. This channel, by the way, is still not sponsored by the Discovery Network. Go figure.
Burlington approach, Cessna 739er Echo Zulu. November 9 Echo Zulu, go ahead. 9er Echo Zulu, 4,500 feet. We're pretty much scud running here. I see a guy coming out of Lebanon at 6,500. He's going to be IFR. He stays at 6,500.
He is.
Echo Zulu, roger.
Well, I hope I get vectored here
November
to
4 Alpha Lima, turn left heading
my
200.
initial approach fix here in just a second. I'm getting a little bit
November 13593, you can proceed on course to 11
getting a little bit nervous.
Course 593, 11
Good
airport.
pilot's always learning. Yep. Thanks, Jason Shepard.
November 9er Echo Zulu, make straight in, runway 33. Straight in, 9er Echo Zulu.
I like Jason Shepard. Only Jason Shepard can pull off a full button-down dress shirt with golf shorts. The Animal Channel. Oh, now, yeah, no, I'm actually just kind of wondering when we're going to be vectored here to Janud. Those guys know what they're doing. I'll stay on course. They got me.
Kodiak 11816, turn right heading 360, intercept the localizer.
Right turn 360, intercept the localizer, Kodiak 816. All right.
Kodiak 816, descend and maintain 6,000.
And down 6,000, 816. All right, so 360. Boom. Enter. Heading mode. Down to 6,000. I'm going to slow down. Slow down.
Lima, you can proceed on course to the 11 and airport.
Vertical speed
On course
mode.
for Alpha Lima.
Let's go down. Let's go about 700 a minute. And so I need to activate vectors to final now. Okay, so procedure. We need to go activate vectors to final. Enter. There we go. There's our approach course. Actually, we need this. We need localizer though. And 110.3, that's active, and our approach is 326. So I got to change my course here. 326. Darn it. 326. All right, so we must. Are we too far out? Is that what's going on here?
Legion 712, Burlington approach, altimeter 29er, 9er, 9er.
Oh, well, there we go. There's our.
Expecting ILS runway 33,
All right.
712.
Changed my course to 145. Why?
Approach, that's
Why?
149 Alpha Charlie with you.
326.
500, inbound for Burlington.
All right, there we go. Are we past it? Did we blow through it?
Alpha Charlie, Burlington approach.
Did we freaking blow through it already?
Expect runway 33. 9er, expect runway 23.
No, we haven't yet. We're still on.
November 410 Hotel Alpha, contact Burlington Tower on 118.3.
Why is this showing that we are...
118.3.
Why is that showing we're right of course? That's interesting. Okay, 110.3. We did select. All right. I think we have the right approach. There we go. All right, all right. All right. Okay, so that's activated there. Our speed's getting a little slow. Speed's getting a little slow. I toss a notch of flaps in though. That's not a bad reminder. And back to 110 though. Let's pick up a little bit of this speed back here. And then we're looking for, we're going to try 80 as our ref speed.
3500 is all right for
And
the,
there's
MSA,
there's our glide slope, by the way. And there's 105. I think if I pull back, it'll be about 110.
Alright, it'll be VFR up to your discretion. However, there's
let's arm the approach mode. And when this guy comes in, we should be good to go.
The top, so that's going to be around 4,500.
Alright, we got talk
There's,
on
ooh,
board,
just a little
so,
peak of the clouds there, or a
right
peak
now
of the
for that
terrain.
Roger.
And now we do have some turbulence for the first time. That'll add to it. All right, so here we go. Now you are attempting to bump off downwind sim in his prediction. So get your predictions ready. The first one I think was somewhere around 200, wasn't it? I don't even remember. All right, we're 9 miles from Eco, so that means we're still. That's still about 7 miles from the runway.
Kodiak 11816, 4 miles from Niduk, maintain at or above 5,400 until established on the localizer. Quit ILS runway 33 approach.
Maintain 5,400 or above until established. Cleared for the approach. ILS runway 33, Kodiak 816. All right, so will it grab? I think it's going to grab the glide slope right now. We're at 7,000, so we have plenty of room. I'm going to pull that down to 5,400 though, just to be sure.
Number 739er Echo Zulu,
And
traffic 11 o'clock.
come on down.
Opposite direction at Diamond 4,600.
739er Echo Zulu will have the traffic.
November 4 Alpha Lima traffic.
There's why we got to stay above.
Skyhawk 4,400.
So it's not grabbing that, unfortunately. So I think we'll vertical speed it if it doesn't. Yeah, it's not wanting to. All right. We do have the localizer. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll start our descent. Let's use the vertical speed wheel to give us about 700.
Direct Albany.
Try to get back on that. In the meantime, here comes the localizer. It's actually making a little bit of a correction here, and I'm not sure why. Must be picking it up a little sooner than I thought.
18 Creed, Echo Zulu.
Curious as to why it did not grab the glide slope, though. I'll be interested to see. What you guys' thoughts are as to why it didn't get that. Okay, we're going to reset this and
Delta 3194, connect Boston Center 134.7, good night.
134.7, have a good night. Delta 3194.
I'm going to increase this just a little bit. I want to get myself back down below here. 5,400. So we're established, so we're okay to go below 5,400. Let's see, our final fix here. Let's go down to. Ah, dang it. Now I'm really behind the 8 ball here. All right. Yes. So we're gonna have to kind of bush pilot it a little bit here. We'll go a little steep. Try to get back on about 1,200. So was I? Yeah, we'll talk. We'll debrief after we're done here. So at Watt tip, which is 3, I think 3 DME. Is that right? 1.5. I can be at 1240. So we're gonna just try to slow it down. I see the airfield, so honestly, it's probably going to be better for me just to hand fly it, since we did not successfully execute this ILS approach. If I can get below the glide slope, though, I might see if it'll capture and fly it. It's been so long since I've flown an ILS approach, so I'm glad I did this today. I got an RNAV approach and an ILS approach under my belt. By the way, missed approach. If we need it here, we're climbing. This is a left-hand climbing turn to 2,800, and we're going to go to the BTV Burlington VOR. I think that's programmed in. Yep, right there. So it'll be climbing left-hand turn, and we'll hold that right there at Burlington. 2,000. What I say, 2,800. All right, just about back on the glide slope, and my runway is just hazy enough that I'm going to not quite kick off the. I'm not going to quite kick off the autopilot. Looks like maybe it has picked up the glide slope though now, because my VS has turned off and now I'm at 750. Okay, so now all I have to do is manage my speed. I'm getting a little bit slow here. Okay, landing lights. Taxi lights will come back on. Landing lights are already on. Altimeter is set. And let me just double check that. Two niner.
11816, contact Burlington Tower, 118.3.
1830, Kodiak 816. See it. 1830. 1830. Boy, that seems. I'm gonna re-get the ATIS here just to double check. Information. It is 2999er. Yep, I'm way off. Samsonite. Now, that makes a little difference, doesn't it? And Burlington Tower. Good evening, Kodiak, November 11816 on the ILS 36. Oh.
November 11816 Burlington Tower. Continue inbound the field. Expect further on a 3-mile final.
Okay, and I apologize. ILS 33. We'll continue and expect further on the final 816. I wonder if they have the same kind of one in, one out rule here at this airport. All right. Well, so.
And Kodiak 816. What's the best you can give me on your final, as in slowest?
I can give you 80 on the final. Well, between 80 and 90.
November 816. Roger. Reduce final approach speed.
All right, down to final approach speed, November 816. I think we could do, as long as we're in the descent, we could probably be okay.
So we get over the numbers and bring it back.
November 9er Echo Zulu. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, okay, so we got a guy in front of us. That's what's going on. That's what's up. Downwind sim binoculars. Do we see him? No, we don't. All right, well, we'll slow her up. We were wanting to try 80 anyway. I think we'll be okay. There we go. All right, that's below 80. Let's get that back here. All right. So we might as well, we're going to go full flaps here. If we're going to go 80, let's full flap it. Let's just get completely configured and as stable as we can be. And we're going to have a better landing this time. All right, it's time to get your landing rate predictions in. And no, the prediction is not porpoise or no porpoise. Let's see if anybody can bump off downwind sim from his temporary spot. Name and lights.
November 9er Echo Zulu. Thank you so much for your help tonight. Exit left taxiway Bravo. Contact ground 126.3.
By the way, speaking of that, where are we going when we're done?
We're gonna be on the go, left traffic.
We GA. So we want to hang a left here and head back to the GA parking.
We're departing in Lebanon. Did you get that also?
November
Zulu, as in you're going to be departing the pattern for Lebanon? Yeah, we're going to be departing the area to the south-southeast.
All right, well, we're fully configured here.
November,
And
Kodiak,
at ref speed,
wind calm, runway 33, cleared for, clear to land, traffic departs prior to your arrival.
clear to land 33, November 11816.
November 9 Echo Zulu, I must have missed that, sir. It's been a long night. Can you give me fly heading 330? We'll give you
So no excuses.
330 for now, 9 Echo Zulu. In November 9 Echo Zulu, contact departure, good day. Correction, contact Burlington approach 121.1.
Oh, I was going to set this for the go-around altitude 2,800, right? That's just in case we need it. 2,800, and heading. It is a left-hand climbing go-around.
November 2 Echo X-ray on departure fly heading 350, wind calm, runway 33, clear for takeoff, no delay, traffic 3 mile final.
So winds are calm, they say. But
November 2 Echo X-ray on departure.
now they're saying 340 at 3, so I am getting pushed a little bit there.
33, clear for takeoff and relay traffic 3 mile final.
All right, so we're gonna have a guy coming here.
All right, yeah, I must have read that. I read that back. It must have been blocked or
And
something. But yeah, we're
autopilot off. Let's fly. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves here.
X-ray, perfect. Contact departure today. Move to departure, take X-ray.
How great is that synthetic vision? Holy cow. Nice job, Thranda. Definitely feel like I'm getting pushed a little to the left
Burlington Tower, Cessna
for only a 3-knot wind.
Runway 33 at Juliet, 89 Romeo.
Now I'm getting too high.
Cessna 89 Romeo, Burlington Tower, roger.
Plenty of runway though. Getting a little fast again. Well, last time I had a good approach and a bad landing. Maybe this will be the opposite. Shaky approach that led to a good landing.
With you on the ILS, runway 33. Allegiant 712, Burlington Tower. Good evening. Expect landing clearance on a 3 mile final. Reduce final approach speed, please. Reduce final approach speed for Allegiant 712. Scout 8, Papa Romeo, runway 33, line up and wait. Scout 8, Papa Romeo, correction, wow, that's on me. Scout 8, 9
Man.
Romeo.
Crooked, crooked, crooked. A little better, but super
Runway 33,
not straight,
9
not on the center line. Boy, oh boy.
Kodiak 816, welcome to Burlington. Exit left taxiway Bravo, contact ground 126.3, good day.
All right, left turn and ground over, at Bravo over to ground, Kodiak 816. All right, well that was better, but still not really not even
I'm never gonna get
average.
That right.
Yeah.
8 and 9 Romeo, on departure fly runway heading.
All right, let's get to Bravo here. We are going to hang a left on Bravo and head back, but 209 or something like that. That just goes to show that the landing rate only tells a very small part of the actual landing story. Burlington ground, 2630. Well, you know, I guess what that means is I'm going to have to fly this plane an awful lot more. And I actually am going to be flying this plane very soon. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let me talk to Burlington Ground here and get ourselves in for the taxi. Burlington Ground, good evening. Kodiak, November 11816. We're taxiing to the GA.
Kodiak, November 11816, Burlington Ground. Good evening. Your taxi parking via Bravo Alpha, cross runway 1.
Bravo Alpha, and actually we're heading down to the southeastern corner there. Can we just go Bravo Kilo? Maybe not. Where we're at, hell.
And Kodiak 11816. Yeah, you make a 180 there and go Bravo Kilo. That's right.
Yeah, all right. Maybe I'm just turned around here a little bit. Stand by. Where am I? Where am I, Mrs. Thranda? I hung a left. All right. What? Come on, safe taxi.
Yeah, Kodiak 11816. You can proceed as requested and cross runway 119er.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just had myself off at a different taxiway here, so we'll cross 19er. Appreciate the help. Great event tonight, by the way. We'll see you next time, 816.
Thank you. I'll pass it along. Have a good night.
So, where am I? I'm right there. So so I have to go here and around. Yeah. There's a taxiway right here that's not showing up on my safe taxi. That's why. Okay, because this is Bravo, and this is, oh well, there is no taxiway here. Now we're just gonna go straight in. Heck with it. Ground, Kodiak 816. I also see the problem is we have the default scenery and we're missing a taxiway that our chart's showing. So we're just going to go straight in, if that's all right with you.
Kodiak 816. Yeah, that's good. Have a good night.
See ya. He's like, I don't care. Just get out of here. I want to go to bed. It's midnight back east. All right. So let's see who won. Let me go to the chat here in just a second. I'm going to pull over. This looks like a good hangar to pull a beat up Kodiak. Have them check the suspension. You know, I'm going to blame the Volt deal for not being on. That's why I was messed up. No. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Let me tell you while I'm taxiing in what's coming up later on the channel. Again, if you're new to this channel, it's a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday stream for the most part. It's GA focused for the most part. We do slip in the occasional vintage airliner and maybe a biz jet from time to time, but this is kind of what I enjoy doing the most. It's just tootling around the world in a propeller-driven aircraft. So Thursday, coming up here in a couple nights, we're going to be doing the OKC City After Dark, and so just as soon as I tell you how much I love propeller-driven aircraft, I'm going to immediately jump into the FlyJSim 727, and that's what we're going to do. I don't have a route yet, but we're going to end up in Oklahoma City, so not sure where we will depart from, but that's where we'll end up. I'll try to post a route here as soon as I'm able, and if you want to fly along with me. Oh, here comes the baggage guy. He's ready for me. Sweet. Then Saturday, it's the Leap to Orlando, and the Leap to Orlando is, since it's got like a lot of L's in it, I figured let's fly the L1011. Hey, baggage cart guy, what are you doing to me here? You're killing me, Smalls.
Burlington Ground Helicopter 314.
So the L1011 will be what we fly into Orlando. Again, routes to be determined on that, but that'll be back over in the P3D world. So stay tuned. All right, stay tuned for that. And again, more information as it comes, as I figure out where I want to fly. But then the biggie coming up, the biggie is next Monday. It's March 2nd. You all know what the first Monday of the month means. That's right, Bush League Backcountry Fly-In. I'll be in the Prop Strike 170 in the X-Plane world, and we're out. We're going to be in the beautiful countryside of Virginia, flying around to some fantastic airports. So that should be all kinds of fun, and hopefully you can join us on that adventure as well. Check in. We'll have all kinds of information, but the best place to get the information is on downwindsim.com. Just go check that out. He'll have everything posted as soon as it's available. There'll be some scenery links that you can download if you want. We'll talk about how you can pick up that Prop Strike mod for the default 172 and have a bunch of tail dragging fun. But that's kind of what the rest of this week and early next week looks like. Let's hop over real quickly to the chat. Let's see who won. Again, I was like 207 or something like that. Let's see. I got to go back here. JPC yelled at me a lot tonight. I need a megaphone. I need to grab the localizer before it'll grab the glide. Okay, gotcha. And then it won't, obviously, when you're too high. So that makes sense. Yeah, he's putting all this in his notes. Can you, while you're making a note, would you call Austin's vegan food company and tell them that I need like personal space here, man? I mean, what's up? Let's see. So 1 in, 1 oh, so 4-day for me was asking about the 1 in, 1 out rule. Yeah, some of these smaller airports only allow one landing and one departing at a time. So you have to, as soon as you're given clearance for one aircraft to land, everybody else has to wait until that aircraft lands, and then same thing when departure clearance is given, you can't give a landing clearance until that plane is out of there. So Downwind Sim predicted, JPC predicted 144, Kenny 127, Downwind Sim 205, Sparker negative 175. Downwind Sim also added 2 skips and a bounce and 4-second skid. I think you were right on all counts there. Al South coming in with a very kind 86. 4-day for me, not a bad prediction, 185. So JPC, was I not ever given clearance to land? Okay, yeah, no, that was bad. You're right. I don't think I was. I might have to go back and take a look see here, and I don't know. I'll just watch it back in the playback here. But 207 Downwind Sim had 205. He went back to back. So not only did he knocked off the defending champ, but he becomes our first ever back to back landing rate champion. Congratulations, my friend. Well done, well done. And I was over the whole short line again. I got so much to work on, JPC. I'm telling you, man. I am telling you. Do the F-16s have permission to fire at this point? Yeah, I'm sure next time they see November 11816 up in the air, they're going to scramble the fighters just to escort me. I will go over. Yeah, let's talk about that, JPC. As soon as I get done here, I'll hop over there. And I do, honestly, I joke about it, but I appreciate the real world feedback. I really, truly do. I want to get better. I want to learn. I'm an av geek, and I love that stuff. So you would have thought that I would have improved by now. Yeah, Al South, really. I mean, truly. Every teacher has that one kid, and you're probably looking at him. So, all right. Well, anyway, enough of that. Again, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks Boston Virtual ARTCC for providing a really, really amazing and fun GA event. Keep it up, guys. I appreciate it. I love flying up here. You guys do a great job. New York, thanks for being online also, so I can get a little coverage from airport to airport. That was a lot of fun as well. And if I didn't tell you this, well, I didn't because I wasn't streaming, but thanks for being there last night as well. Nantucket all the way to Bayport. So that was really cool, even though we weren't necessarily doing flight following. But it's just nice to have coverage and have people to talk to. So you guys are what make VATSIM great, and just want to make sure you're appreciated. But that's going to do it for me, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday. Hopefully we'll see you on Thursday as well. If not, I'll be looking for you on the TCast. Take care. God bless. Bye.